All right, hello chat. Welcome to the JJDL draft stream. I like how I showed your webcam before, Jay. I'm joined by Jason today, who is not a part of JJDL, and he's also not done a Wi-Fi draft in a while. He's done what, BBR now, BBRD League.
Whoa, that's a spoiler. Well, speaking of BBRD League, go ahead and check it out on the YouTube channel next Sunday.
Yeah, but all right, my bad. I actually tabbed out of Jason. There he is. All right. So again, my apologies. I know in yesterday's PR stream I sounded horrible because I was sick. I feel even worse today, so I sound even worse. I apologize. Jason putting on his webcam after getting a new cut. Yeah, I mean, Jay, show him that you don't got that bald spot no more. He had a bald spot on his neck. It's gone now. He looked like Kevin Durant. Wait, Jay, whoa. I'm monetized, dog. You can't be doing that.
It's
Jay,
sex work.
Yo, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Wait, what's the difference? What's the difference for what? How I sound? If there's no difference, then fantastic. But also,
or the difference in the haircut.
Oh, and the haircut.
Let's get a before and after going.
Yeah, I didn't take a picture this morning whenever he was
Jack,
on
go ahead
his
and
way.
put my balls on screen.
That's okay. Between Chien-Pao's Wi-Fi division, the other divisions are just Showdown. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump in here.
Gotcha.
Jason has seen a lot of these teams a single time. He is literally only here because he's like my best friend, so it's easy to bounce off of him. But he's got no idea what he's talking about. We get that from Jay for only 99 cents a month. You're gonna have to pay premium for that one, unfortunately. Nah, you're gonna have to pay. No, Jay, not Jay. They didn't pay. For
$4, bro, you can see some balls.
Does Jay have a fresh cut? Yo, Jay, go ahead, show it off.
Wait, for balls on the screen? Let's go.
Somebody sign me.
Yo, thank you so much, Eli the Rebel, for subscribing. Let me move that alert box on top.
For every month.
There we go.
For every month that you guys sub, you guys get another inch.
So, John, did Jason get a haircut? You can't.
Past 2 months, you're not getting much.
Yeah, you unlock it at 6 months of Snom Senior.
Jason. He's
By
just
the way,
not
guys,
the level to play.
while we're here, it's free to leave a like on the stream. If you leave a like on the stream, then Jason gets fed. It's Jason this time, not Star. He hasn't been fed in a week, so as long as we hit like 20 likes on the stream, we'll feed him. Keegan, are you in the league? Thank goodness, man.
No, Keegan's not in this league. Keegan would not like what I have to say about his tiers or about his team.
Thank goodness. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hop in here. This stream should be, we mapped it out. It should be about 2 hours. Thank you so much, Cocky, for the 2 likes. If any audio sounds off, just let me know. If Jason gets a little bit too much, let me know. I'll yank on his leash. We'll jump in here. Jay, go ahead and talk about this first overall pick. We've got Iron Valiant.
Oh, the 101.
101.
Yeah. I gotta remember who's in this league. Yeah.
This is
Valiant,
CJ.
I don't think Iron Valiant's the 101. I think I don't know. Fucking J Bear said that Iron Valiant's like the next coming of Christ. I think there was way too much good stuff on the board. I'm not like I don't think Polt should always be 101, but I would always take Polt over Valiant. I haven't tried Valiant that much though.
Can I get Prims to be in Keegan? Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think Valiant's 101 either. I think Urshifu's 101 in my personal opinion, but
I still don't even think Urshifu.
Yeah, that's not a very popular opinion right now. By the way, you can check out all of these JJDL coaches down in the description below.
You should explain the rules. Like, what's the Terra rules?
Free Terra with Terra preview. So
only
this
one
guy can't Terra.
Pokemon.
There's a lot of guys banned. I could actually put the doc, a fan doc. Maybe I should have made a fan doc.
Yeah. Only one Terra Pokemon though, right?
Only one Terra Pokemon though. Yes.
Dude.
With
specific ones banned, like Dragapult, Urshifu.
Yep. Do we know if the Pokemon is going to Terra? Oh, so yeah, we just explained that. There's going to be some stream delay, but you'll hear that. So the second overall pick, we have Dragapult, which is a Pokemon that a lot of people think is the first overall pick in this generation from Lamalnade. It will be involved in a trade later that we will talk about towards the end of the round. I don't know. Do you actually know about that trade, Jay?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah. There's been some ruckus about it. We'll talk about that trade towards the end of the round. Dragapult does not stay on Lamalnade's team. There's a little bit of controversy, but we have Dragapult, the second overall pick. I think Dragapult's cool. I don't know. I used it, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It's not my personal favorite, but I think you need some really good breakers around it. And if this can be surrounded by good breakers, I think it could definitely be worth the one of 2 pick. Round 1, pick 2 pick. Also, I just realized chat is covering up round 1 pick number.
Winter Redstone said no. Do we know if the Pokemon is choosing to be a Terra?
Yeah, you can talk. What?
What do you like that? Like this?
All right, next up we got Spectre. We got Big Hans. I'm personally not a big fan of the horse as a top 3, but I know the Wi-Fi community has been rallying behind the big horse.
Jason says hello. Jason's my co-host.
Everyone's been rallying behind the horse. I'm assuming this isn't live. No, it is not live, but we'll pretend like it is. Yeah, I think horse is I don't know. People have been building up hype behind it. I don't see the full hype, but I also am a one-dimensional builder with shit like that. So I try to run specs or leftover substitute. And to talk more about this Pokemon, it is a ghost type. It cannot Terra. I would love to see this thing in free Terra. Yeah, I think God John put my face on it. Oh, I thought he was coming back for a second. I'll take over. So yeah, so far we've got Valiant. Oh, next is Dio Speed. Oh, dude, I'm gonna get It would be Beyond Broken. I know it would be Beyond Broken. That would be fun in like an Ubers League.
Deoxys Speed, have you talked about this guy?
I was just about to.
All right, I'll take the reins.
Yeah,
Deoxys Speed, I think he's kind of mid. I don't think he's this high of a Pokemon. I think he's super overrated. A lot of people really enjoy him, but Jason's a big Deoxys Speed fan. He won a championship, and he was surely about to tell you the story about how he ran Psycho Shift with Flame Orb. Jason, go ahead, let them know the story.
Yeah, so guys, if you guys ever want to see some really good content, go ahead and look at my ICBA championship run. I needed to 2v1 and Garchomp into Mega Metagross. I brought Psycho Shift, Flame Orb, Deoxys Speed. It kind of did the damn thing. And little spoilers, Dio Speed isn't broken. I don't think it's broken, but I do think it's better than 2 out of the 3 Mons that got taken.
Really? Wait, what Mons do you think it's better than?
I think it's better than Horse, and I think it's better than Valiant.
Oh, dude, I like Spectre a lot. Spectre could have been 18 points, I think. That Mon's really good.
Yo.
You think it's better than Valiant? That's crazy.
Oh, dude. And here's the steal of the draft.
Wait,
actually, this is the best.
I don't want to talk about this guy's draft. Can we?
This is the best mod on the board by far. This is my favorite pick. Ant being able to get this at pick 4 or 5. Whatever pick are we at? 5. Pick 5 is crazy. Free Terra Megalodios is the best mod on the board easily. This is the best. This is the best Pokemon in general.
Moving you, chat. I'm gonna move you up here. There we go.
This mon is easily. This mon can do 25 different things. It always is just gonna run Calm Mind.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think this is probably the best mod on the board. With the board that we allowed, like if we're not talking about, if we're talking about Pokemon that cannot Terra, this Pokemon can Terra, and I think it makes it just completely overwhelming compared to the other Pokemon allowed. Like it was probably, I don't think it should have been banned, but I think it was definitely worthy of the first overall pick, in my opinion. Better than Spec, I can see. Yeah, probably. I mean, this is probably the best Pokemon on the board, in my opinion. I haven't seen it used too much, and I'm sure Ant's going to use it very poorly, but I guess we'll see. By the way, again, be sure to check out everybody down in the description below. As we move on to a fan favorite, we've got Obo picking Gouging Fire. Will he take Gouging Fire's son? Who's to say? Obviously, this dude doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to draft. Gouging Fire is a really cool Pokemon. It's been something that Obo's been wanting to use since it came out, and it's something that I think rewards a creative builder. So we're not going to see it do too well this season, probably.
I think this is a hype beast pick. I haven't seen it. It's not Terra, right?
No, it cannot Terra.
Yeah. I think this is a hype beast pick. I think without Terra, this should not go pick 6. I think this is like this is a later on like pick 10 to probably 16. I don't even know, probably 12 to 16. Not a huge fan of this pickup, especially with a bunch of other shit on the board. Like you have still have Urshifu on the board. I think Garchomp's probably a better Pokemon. I've got a huge boner for Ursaluna Blood Moon, so I'm probably taking Blood Moon over Gouging Fire every time, but that's also new toy syndrome.
Well, I mean, Gouging Fire is new toy syndrome too now. Like, it's newer. Goofy.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, Ursaluna Blood Moon is also new toy syndrome, so I said, like Gouging is, but Blood Moon also is for me right now.
This dude's just talking in circles. We got Great Tusk next from Dashing Sceptile. Again, check him out down in the description below. Great Tusk is a really cool Pokemon, and a Pokemon that I know Dashing was really looking forward to trying. It's very super controversial as to where it should go. Early round 1, late round 1, people have super different opinions on this Pokemon. Some people think it's best Pokemon in the format, or top 3 Pokemon in the format, and others think it should go later round 1. I think this is probably a fine spot for it. It fills so many different roles. It has rocks, rapid spin, so many different stuff, and it coverage for pretty much everything. Access now to things like Temper Flare, so it can hit those things like Bronzong that maybe it didn't hit super well otherwise, or Goldingo with an air balloon. I like this Pokemon quite a bit. What do you think about it, Jay?
I have not seen it enough to know anything about it. But from what I've seen, it just doesn't look like it's a round 1. It looks like it's a second option.
You don't think it's even a round 1?
An early round 1. I think it's a second option Pokemon.
Gotcha.
I think you need someone stronger under it or before it.
Gotcha. Next up, we're gonna have, in my opinion, the best Pokemon in the draft. So I guess second best because Terra Lati's allowed. We have Urshifu. I think this Pokemon's broken. I made a video on it. I think it's the best Pokemon on the board. I think there's just so few switch-ins in this meta to this absolute behemoth, and now has access to Swords Dance and Trailblaze. This Pokemon is fantastic. Trey made a very good first-round pick here, and I'm excited to see how he messes up this draft moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. I like Urshifu a lot. I don't know. I haven't used Darkrai in forever, but I might take Darkrai over Urshifu. I feel like it does more, but like I said, I haven't used it, so I wouldn't be mad with Urshifu going a little earlier. I think going this late is a little criminal.
Yeah, Urshifu going this late is, I mean, it's been slipping more and more in like a lot of drafts that I've seen recently. People just don't understand, man. This mon is an absolute behemoth. Just such few switch-ins. Maybe Darkrai's better. That I will concede that maybe that's true, but Darkrai's going through that big fraud test right now where a lot of people are super high on it. But speaking of a potential fraud Pokemon, unfortunately, my favorite Pokemon goes next, Kyurem Black. This Pokemon does not have Dragon Dance, by the way. That's why it's in 16 points. I don't think this is a round 1 Pokemon. Unfortunately, this generation, no Dragon Dance, and it lost to Roost. This Pokemon is definitely a Robin. It's not a Batman in this generation. And I'm not in love with it as the round 1 pick, especially with so many other really good Pokemon left on the board. There was still Darkrai left. There was still Palafin left. Ursaluna Blood Moon. There were a lot of really big, heavy hitters that I think could have been better to build around. But Kyurem Black, if you wanted it, it probably wasn't making it back to him. So if you wanted it that badly, there you go.
Yeah, for sure. This was definitely a I want to use Kyurem Black in Gen 9 moment. More power to him.
Yeah. Oh, and it's Terra banned, by the way. This thing cannot Terra.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It does have Scale Shot. This was a Pokemon I almost allowed Terra because it is just my favorite Pokemon and I wanted to see it do well, but it would have very clearly been the best Pokemon on the board if I allowed it to Terra. Scale Shot and huge damage and super bulky. Absolutely. Hey, man, I'm not saying Kyurem Black's not good. I just don't think it's the best Pokemon on the board.
Yeah, it's definitely going to win some games. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah. Excuse me. Next up, we got Darkrai, a Pokemon that Jason feeds for. Darkrai is really cool. Obviously, one of the top tier threats. I think this was one of 5 18-point Pokemon. This Pokemon's going through the fraud test right now. At first, everybody thought it was broken, and then everybody thought it was allowable, and now everybody thinks it's overpriced. So it's going through that cycle right now, and Darude is going to take it here. And I mean, I'm excited to see what he does with it, because I think Darkrai is a Pokemon that in the right hands can be a little bit much.
Yep. There's a Rockets upstairs. Yeah, it definitely a cool Pokemon. Like you said, I haven't seen it in forever, so you can't see, but I see a lot of like Assault Vest sets that just live shit and just do a shit ton of damage. With Dark Pulse Sludge Bomb, you're really not asking for much more. Does it still get nasty? I know it gets Calm Mind.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, you just catch someone in the wrong matchup. Like, I don't know, what I would want is definitely a Fairy Punisher on this team, like a nice Poison or a nice Steel to be able to pick that guy off. And then not a lot of teams have a lot of answers for Dark Spam.
Yeah.
Next, this is Fraud Alert. This is, not to beat down on a broken team, but
Jason is so first of all, this is Spider. Spider's number 1 hater.
No. Spider, great guy. This Mon, not a great guy. This Mon is a third option in my opinion. Dude, this is like Hawlucha. This was like the hype behind Hawlucha, where it was like, oh, Unburden is super cool. Mm-hmm. And then people were like when we fucking did Coco Lucha would be numbers 1 and 2, and now if you wanted Coco Lucha, you would get Lucha at like pick 4, or like in your 4th round.
Yeah. Dire Claw Merchant, so true, Keegan. Yeah, Sneezer's a little bit weak. I think I agree. Definitely not a top 1 type of pick. It is still very strong. It does have some very good tools. It has momentum. It has obviously Dire Claw's very strong. But I definitely agree that it shouldn't have been the first round pick there. But speaking of a Pokemon that should be a first round pick, we got J-Bear. Unfortunately, he made his way into this league, and we got Palafin. Palafin is a Pokemon that I think should have went a lot higher. I think it looks super fun, and I kind of wish it made it to me. This mon is very powerful. Obviously, its hindrance is going to be its ability. You have to switch out before you're able to get into that really strong form, but I mean, it has really good tools. It has Jet Punch, it has for strong priority, it has Flip Turn for momentum, it has good coverage, it can take advantage of Punching Glove with things like Drain Punch, Ice Punch, it has Bulk Up for setup, it has a lot of tools that you want, can run physical or special, Grass Knot, Boom Burst, Throat Spray. It's a Pokemon that does it all, and I think in the hands of a good builder, it's just such a versatile Pokemon.
Sadly, J-Bear's got it, but no, I think this is the perfect 12th pick. I think this is exactly what I would expect from a pick 12 in a draft. I think when I was pick 13 in BBRD League, I was like, I'm expecting Palafin to fall. It's like Palafin or Bundle. I'm expecting Bundle. I don't remember the draft, but I'm expecting Bundle to go in the next 2 picks or something. think this is the perfect, like, you don't get, your top tier picks, but you're hoping you can get something like this. Jesus Christ, I gotta go.
Yeah, let's chill. Let's chill out. So let's show our respect. First of all, this is Leo. Find him in the description below. Very nice guy. He reminds me a lot of
Definitely
Amel.
preface it.
It reminds me a lot of Amel.
Prefaces, he's a nice guy.
He's in German leagues, and apparently in German leagues, Corviknight is valued a lot higher than what we have it. And in every draft I've seen him in, he takes Corviknight round 1. I think Corviknight in general is a fraud this generation, but what were you saying?
To be fair, based off of the geolocation, Corviknight actually performs at a different rate. It gets different. It actually gets different stats based off of the time zone difference. So, not the worst pickup I've seen.
What? What? Does he have geolocation as an ability? That I did not know about that. Its stats get it gets an Omni boost if you're in Germany. What?
Specifically Germany.
I gotta know. So obviously a little bit underwhelming for a round 1 pick, but he thinks it's good. So hopefully he does go with it. Next up, we're gonna have the Pokemon that I wish made it to me. We have Skippy, which I'm never gonna pronounce his name right, taking Terapagos. Jay, I'm actually curious. What do you think about Terapagos? Because you cannot know a lot about this Pokemon.
No, I've played it twice.
Oh, really?
And I had a Spectre. It is a good Pokemon. It's just not. I don't think it's round 1. I think it's a really good round 2. Like, this is a Pokemon. If he got at 14 on the second round, so like on the wheel back, I think that would have been perfect. I think he's just losing out.
Would have been in my lap.
Nope, I'm saying he's 3 picks away from it.
Nope, I would have got it. I'm 2 picks away from it, buddy.
Oh yeah, you're 16 in this league, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been perfect for you, but now it frees you up to get a wheel that's pretty good. I think there's better Pokemon to get as your second option. This is a perfect second option. I think this is probably one of the best second options. I think Iron Hands is probably the best second option. But
you're preaching to the choir here. So we're gonna talk about a very controversial pick now and a very controversial trade.
I love controversy.
We have Star, who picked Tornadus and traded with Lamau, as well as his second round pick for Tornadus Therian. You're okay. So Torrentee plus Star's second pick for Dragapult and Lamau's second pick as well. It's a little bit of controversy in the league. People didn't really like that this was a trade, but Lamau did approach Star with this trade. Star did not approach Lamau, and Star really wanted to use Dragapult. Is it crazy that he got Pult at pick 15? Absolutely. But it is what it is. I allowed the trade to go through because I didn't think it was super broken because of the round 2 pick, but yeah. I guess, Jay, do you have any thoughts on the trade or Tornadus in general? Because you're a big Tornadus guy, I know.
I think... What happened to my camera? Hello?
My fault.
Oh. I was like, where'd I go? I think you're allowed to trade whoever you want. I think just it was a shitty trade. I think it was I would never give up Pult for I would never give up Pult for Torn.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But I think the round 2 does help it. We'll talk about that in a second. But next up, me, I already spoiled this before, but I got Terra Raging Bolt. I'm very excited to see what I can do with this Pokemon. I think it is one of probably top 2 Terra captains on the board, right behind Latias. This Pokemon with Terra is crazy. Its major downside is that it can't hit things like grounds, steals super well, but obviously with Terra, I'll be able to take advantage of it and really put this thing to the test. This is for Jamal, because Jamal, in our Showdown leagues, won't Terra the Pokemon. So I'm going to show him how good it is and why is he Terraing Rabambi? Who knows? Jamal's going to catch a stray in this Wi-Fi stream. I love Raging Bolt in general, with Terra, without Terra. I think it's very powerful.
Jamal. Yeah, I like Raging Bolt a lot. I think Free Terra Raging Bolt is a really good fucking Pokemon. I think that's one of the best Terramons. I think that Mon is deadly.
That Mon is very deadly. Spoiler, he won't do much. Keegan, with the generational hate, putting up wilt numbers as a hater in the chat, and then the round recap. Hello, Jason. Hold on, I'm gonna put you away for a second, man. Get back in my pocket here. We've got the round recap. What was your favorite and least favorite pick of this round?
Oh god, I don't want to keep hating on someone. Least favorite pick, it's got to be either Corviknight or Sneasler. If I had to only pick one, I'd probably take Sneasler, because at least you get a bulky steel, which there's not a lot.
You like the Corviknight pick more than the Sneasler pick?
Yep. Best
generational
pick,
hate.
Best pick, definitely Latias. Easily the best pick of the draft.
Yep, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth pick, Terra Latias, is pretty crazy. I'd have to agree with you, but I would have to go Corviknight is the worst round 1, and then Latias is the best. Round 1 there. So Star has the best round 1. I mean, I guess technically, if we want to talk about it, maybe Star does have the best. Maybe Star does have the best round 1, but
yeah, no hate on Spider. I think Spider. I don't know him, but he's definitely probably a nice guy. And I can't wait for him to prove me wrong.
I hope so.
There's gonna be some generational hate.
All right, next up, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Round 2. Let me throw you back up here, Jay, and I'm gonna start with Ursaluna Blood Moon. You really like this guy, so I'll let you talk about him.
Oh, yeah, big Blood Moon guy. I haven't been able to see enough sample size to really say that this mon's the GOAT, but I think this mon is incredibly good. It loses rocks as your ground type, which sucks, but I think it's a mon that's always good for 1. You can always and usually 2. Like Blood Moon is fucking deadly, the move itself. And there's no immunity to it. You got to switch in a steel type.
Yeah,
which
you can't really do.
The only mon I would say that walls Blood Moon is, second to last best pick of the draft. The Corviknight, that thing walls it. The normal and the ground.
All right, here's the second part of the trade for Star. He is sending Torrentee and Chi-Yu for Dragapult and Lamao's second round pick. So Chi-Yu is a Pokemon that I think is probably top 3 second option on the board. I think it's fantastic. It's the second best option. And Star is not going to be using it. However, Lamao's going to get Torrentee plus Chi-Yu, and I like that combination a lot. You get momentum into Charles' youth, and he just gets to click a button. Chi-Yu was Terra banned, so he was not able to Terra this Pokemon, and he obviously does not Terra this Pokemon. But hopefully that makes the trade a little bit more even. What do you think, Jay? Oh, he's not about it, guys.
I think Dragapult is way better than Tornadus, so especially because now I remember what the other side of the trade is, and there's gonna be some hate watch going on.
All right. Next up, we got Goldingo. Goldingo plus Terapagos is really interesting. I like Goldingo he's a great Robin. He's a great second option. This guy proved me wrong. I picked him as a second option. Didn't think he had it in him. He has it in him. He's very good. Obviously good as gold. You're gonna want to get some hazard stack with this. Probably.
Nice.
You have Terapagos. What's nice?
Moki said good as gold. Like that pick's good as gold. Or are you saying his ability?
I was talking about his ability.
Oh, okay.
You got Rapid Spin and Terapagos, one of the best spinners that you don't necessarily want to force into a spinner, but I see the start of a really good hazard stack team potentially.
I think he's still missing a 1 option. I think with a lot on the board, I think Goldingo's fine, and I guess you couldn't get it, but now this dude's gonna run into having 2 second options and not have that breakout star that he needs for his games.
Yeah, he's not going to have that LeBron, basically. Not going to have that Anthony Edwards, if you will.
Yep.
Next up, we're going to see Azumarill paired with Corviknight. Azumarill is very valuable in this deck, so I will say that, but I definitely don't think it's a round 2 pick. What do you think?
Yeah,
since you're a generational hater, let's see.
Yeah, same way. I think early in your draft, you're going to want to grab a little bit of speed. Now that you have mono 30 speed, you're gonna need to get like low tier speed, and it's not gonna be as valued as much. You're gonna have to end up with like a Lycanroc or some shit to get like a 110 speed, and people aren't gonna unless you get Lycanroc Dust, which is the GOAT. But you're gonna fall back to having to get like Virizion for 108. But we are still early on, so
let's not say Virizion so lightly. Next up, J-Bear forgot that we were in post-home, and he decides to take Iron Treads with a really good pre-home draft, Palafin Iron Treads. You got Spin, you got Rocks, very reliable Pokemon, obviously helps out with the fairies. It's a Volt Switch momentum into Palafin's, got a good Volt turn, Flip Turn plus Volt Switch combo going on here. I like Iron Treads a lot. I do think that there were better Pokemon on the board that J-Bear could have taken, in my opinion, but I think Iron Treads round 2 is fine.
Yeah, I remember the pre-home days. My glory.
Yeah, the pre-home Palafin Iron Treads, tried and true combo.
I played half a league that died. So
yeah, Great Tusk went round 1, like pick 7, I think. Next up, mascot pick, generational hater Jason. Let him have it.
He gets spikes now, which is pretty cool. I don't even mind Gliscor here. I think it's a little early. This is probably a 3rd round, 4th round. So this guy's gotten his first 2 picks that he could have gotten way later. Like I don't think you got to worry about anyone's grabbing Gliscor. That usually goes undrafted from what I've seen. And if you're really that worried, I think it's
usually a round 3 pick.
Still, so again, you're not worried about it getting sniped in the 2nd round. And if you really are, you could have grabbed Sneasler. I don't think you're getting sniped of Sneasler and Gliscor. I think there was definitely some better shit on the board that he could have grabbed to avoid because I feel like towards the end he's gonna lose out on getting something bigger. This Pokemon, though, pretty good Pokemon. I don't mind this one. I don't mind the pickup, solely because this is going to do kind of like I was saying, like need a fairy killer, but also I think having a fighting type to pair with a dark type. The fairy type can't wall both of these guys. So if you send out Urshifu and just if you send out Urshifu and you just have it start to fight the fairy, all you gotta do is get a low for Darkrai to come in.
100%. Like the fairy check can't be both physically and especially defensive. It is gonna have to take chip if it wants to try to wall both of these Pokemon. So I do like these to spread the opposing fairy type a little bit thin, and I also like Urshifu obviously to gain momentum, to break the darks for Darkrai. I think it's a good pairing. Next up, we're going to see Terra Excadrill paired with Kyurem Black, building a John Jr. certified squad. I like Terra Excadrill. I'm not super sold on it being a number 1 option on a team, which is what you have it here as, since Kyurem Black really isn't a number 1 option. I'm very interested to see what he pairs with it. I think Excadrill and Kyurem Black is the start of a potentially really good team, to be completely honest with you. You pair it with Sand, you get some stuff to like break waters and whatnot. I think this team could be potentially really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it being the the Terra Pokemon on the roster. I don't know. I feel like you never really want it to be a Terra. I think you could have saved up that to make a deadlier core. You get something a little bit lower, but more broken with Terra.
Yeah, I haven't seen it used enough to really form an opinion on it, but I like it in concept. Next up, we get a really good combination of Urshifu, Slowking, Galar, a combo that I've talked about before in the past. Chili Reception into Urshifu is fantastic because obviously as those, and then you turn into Glowking as those fairies come in, and it's a fantastic combination. They cover each other really well. Glowking can stay alive for pretty much the whole game because of how fat it is paired with Regenerator, and it can really be annoying for those fairies. I think this was a great pickup next to Urshifu.
Yeah, I like this. It's the start of a great Hail team. Glowking Hail is a big fan, so
yeah, could get some low tier snow sweepers there. Iron Bundle, Latios, and Grin haven't been drafted yet. That is true. I don't think any of those 3 have been taken yet, right? Maybe Grin? No, I think you're right.
No,
I think you're right. Next up, we've got Terra Thundi T. What do you think about it?
I actually think this is a really cool Pokemon. It being free Terra, lets it get a little bit more coverage. I just think it's speed. I feel like when you want a Terramon, you either want it really bulky or really fast. Or not even really fast, because like 110 is pretty good, but for like Terra Latios, but it's also really bulky. I think this Mon falls short of like being really bulky or being really fast, because you're always running Scarf on this Pokemon, or you're wanting to set up, and if your opponent knows your type going in, all they have to do is just hit you, and like, yes, you could play the 50-50, but normally this thing's weak enough where even if you click a neutral button, you're doing a shit ton of damage to it, and you normally can have a Pokemon that can handle it, because it needs to like agility up and then nasty plot. Like, you don't get 2 setup moves on it, and if you're locked in a Scarf, there's no point of being Terra, because you just get an extra it's like running Hidden Power.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be using your Terra Pokemon as a Hidden Power Mon. You should be using it as a sweeper or a defensive check.
I like Terra Thundi. I like it to be able to hit those grounds. But we have Enamorus up next with Oboe, Gouging Fire, Enamorus. What do you think about this core?
I don't think it's bad. Enamorus is a great second option. I think Gouging Fire is also a great second option. I think a lot of people are grabbing second options and not going after that first 1-2 punch.
I think if he gets Sun, I think Gouging Fire is the first option. The ability to like have those heat crashes in the sun boosted with like a booster attack and all that, I think Gouging Fire is really good. So let's hope that he picks up Sun. Next up, we're going to see Meowscarada from Ant. Latias Meowscarada, obviously pairing Spike Stack with Latias, I'm a very big fan of. You also get momentum, an elite speed tier, and you get something to break the bulky psychics that Latias might not want to deal with. So I think that frees up a lot for Latias, and I think Meowscarada is a very, very good pairing next to Terra Latias.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good Pokemon. I haven't seen its utility that much. Like, I've only seen it very small scope, but from what I've seen, it is a pretty solid second option. Like, this is a first option, second option. This is how you run the Batman and Robin core.
The common Batman and Robin duo of Latias, Meowscarada. That better be the nicknames, Ant. We better see Batman, Latias, and Robin the Meowscarada. Next up, Garchomp. Round 2 Garchomp with Deoxys speed is crazy that this Pokemon fell this far. I like Garchomp a lot. It's really good this generation. Is he a Rocks 3 attack merchant, SD 3 attack merchant? Look, who's to say? Maybe, but the defensive capability that this Pokemon has with how bulky it is being a pseudo legendary. You can Spike Stack and Dragon Tail / Roar. Obviously, it's very strong. You can SD plus Scale Shot. I think Garchomp brings a lot to the table. And next to Deoxys Speed, it breaks the steals for Dio Speed, so I actually like the pairing quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Garchomp enough in usage, but getting spikes, nice spikes. It gets spikes, right? So we get a nice spike stack score. So now either of these Pokemon can be defensive or offensive and still not lose out on spikes because so many people value spikes. So it's important because you want to have multiple spikes if your number 1 or number 2 option have spikes. So I'm saying spikes a lot. Spike.
Spike. Is there a good spot to know who's coaching these teams? So you can go down in the description below and you can see all the coaches. And I'll make a fan doc after this stream. I should have done it before, but I have sick brain, so my apologies.
Yep. We're gonna make an OnlyFans doc, so you guys can check out all your coaches.
Next up, we got Glamora. Glamora plus Spectre is really cool. I think Spectre is a Pokemon, one of the Pokemon that benefits the most from Hazard Stack. It's a Pokemon that just barely misses out on KOs or 2-hit KOs. And pairing probably the best setter in the game in Glamora next to it, I think is really, really good. Obviously, Spikes, T-Spikes, you have Toxic Debris. I think it's just a great combination all around. Is it a little bit early for Glamora? Look, maybe. Were there better pairings on the board? Absolutely, but I think it's nice. All right, go ahead, Jay.
I don't know. This is just adult Bisharp. Fuck Bisharp. Huge Bisharp hater. If this thing could free Terra, make my day. Big hater on this. Like, it just doesn't do what you want it to do. This mon can be this mon has the ability now to sweep, but you want your dark and your steel type to be bulky, especially because it's super slow. There's bleh.
It has Sucker Punch, counterpoint. And this is also part of the trade. So Star now has Dragapult King Gambit, and Lamau has Tornadus and Chi-Yu.
Oh wow, Torn, Chi-Yu, way better. Yeah, dude, I will say Star or whoever drafted King Gambit, huge throw. You could have grabbed any better round.
Well, I think Star said he wanted King Gambit. That's what I think
you could have gotten that. You could have gotten that Pokemon round 8. No one's taking King Gambit.
Okay, let's chill out. King Gambit's alright, man.
Dude,
next up,
if it comes back to you at pick 1, it's not getting sniped. Anyone if they want, they're grabbing around 2. Oh my god, there's no way.
The King Gambit hit is generational. We've got Latios up next. Latios Iron Valiant should not be allowed. This is broken. Latios is a round 1 Pokemon this generation, and now it's paired with one of the best Pokemon on the board.
Yeah, it became one of the best Pokemon. It got Flip Turn, which is super cool. That it's
it had Baton Pass, which I didn't know.
It gets Flip Turn now, so that's what makes it so good.
Yeah, it did. I'm putting you back in the pocket, Jake, because we're on recap. It did get some. What was it? Aurasphere. It kept Aurasphere, which is really cool. But what was your favorite and least favorite pick of this round?
Favorite pick has got to
be King Gambit, right? It's
got to be Blood Moon, probably.
Yes, sir.
Blood Moon. I really do like Masquerada. Ant's really building a team there. He's got a team.
Yeah, I think if we're talking synergy-wise, Meowscarada might be one of the best picks.
Yeah, I would say either top or bottom, Latios or Blood Moon. Either of the wheels. For my number 1.
Thank you for that
but,
one. Yeah.
And again, Masquerada the GOAT. He cooked
Keegan, how would you know? What was the
least favorite? Got to be King Gambit. I feel like there's way too many good. Let's wait for the next round and we'll see what else was there instead of King Gambit. I can't wait.
I can't wait
wow,
for you to start kicking and screaming. Also, I think quite literally CJ would have taken King Gambit if it was there, because Iron Valiant Latios King Gambit sounds disgusting.
Great, that does not sound disgusting.
All right,
that sounds like Click Fairy. That sounds like Click Fairy moves. And what do you want? You want double steal? Now you have to get a second.
I gotta
steal
put Jason on the. This is the generational hit. We're moving on now. Round 3, we see Empoleon paired with Iron Valiant and Latios. In my opinion, I like Empoleon. I think it's a good Pokemon. This was a little bit earlier. To go here. Yeah, this was a little bit earlier. I think there were a lot better pairings. I think the first 2 Pokemon, fantastic. I think you should have got another Breaker, something a little bit more threatening. Even a different steel. You could have got Heatran. Heatran's still there. I would have liked Heatran better here. You said you like it?
Yeah, I like this pick a lot. Empoleon's way better now. Getting Flip Turn, Roost. This is your defensive backbone, and also
this was Mega Roast. Well, Latios exists though. Probably didn't want to get too Ghost Weak. I got Imp round 3 in low tier. That is crazy. Spoiling the LTM draft analysis, because you're part of the JJDL universe. This is your viewer base, Keegan. Sorry, buddy. Double Psychic would have been weird, yeah. But no, I would have liked Heatran a little bit more in that slot. But we're going to see Lando T up next. Lando T, so this is Torn T, Chi-Yu, Lando T. I like it a lot. I think it's a good pairing. It gives you a rocker, it gives you momentum. You have things to break grasses with Torn and Chi-Yu.
Now the doc's going to be weird.
What do you mean the doc's gonna
Like
be
now we got to like talk about the pick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen, I did it during the draft. I wasn't redoing it. Whatever.
Nah, that's fair.
I can't stand you, Jason. I like this pairing a lot. And why are you dancing like that? You're distracting me.
Orlando Magic.
I think
Orlando
Landers T is a
Magic.
fantastic third option this generation. I've used it twice and I loved it both times. I think
Yeah,
if
that
you
would have been
draft
great on
around
this
1 or
team.
2 Huh?
That would have been great on this team. Too bad homie's got whatever the fuck the other Pokemon are.
Next up, D-Ray sniped me. I'm very sad about this because he took double ghost and it makes me want to stomp on his entire team and just start spitting and screaming and kicking. I can't even talk about this. I'm so angry, Jay. Go ahead.
Annihilate's the GOAT. Double Ghost is one of the most wild things I've seen. In this economy, you're not gonna see it go very often, but I like the mentality of break the ghosts with it. It really frees up Spectre. Annihilate can come in on the normal types where Spectre can't. So I see the vision. Not the worst thing I've seen. So I'm gonna give it a. If you guys watch TikTok Boom or Doom, I'm gonna give it a boom.
I'm pissed because Iron Hands was there and I was trying to convince him. I was like, bro, Iron Hands is the GOAT. Uncle Mike is the GOAT. Please take it over Annihilate so I can get Annihilate with my beautiful team. Nope, it doesn't matter. He hates me. Next up, we got Primarina. I think Primarina round 3 is a little bit of a stretch. We might have undervalued it a little bit. I do think this Pokemon's very good this gen. I got access to, retained access to Calm Mind. I'm getting really nasally. My apologies if I sound weird, but I like Prim in general, but I do think it was a little bit of a reach.
This is the best Combine Draining Kiss Surf Protect Pokemon I've ever seen.
What about Tapu Fini? You were just ignoring Tapu Fini's existence?
Tapu Fini's on the decks.
Well, you said ever. You said you've ever seen.
Oh, sorry.
Have you never seen Tapu Fini?
Sorry. It's been a while. I'm missing it.
D-Ray, I'm banning you. He said F your normal. He's banned. D-Ray's no longer in the chat. Everybody say bye to D-Ray in the chat. Gengar wave for him if you have a Snob membership. So, next up, we're going to see Weavile, which you might be thinking, John, that's stupid. Why did Ant take Weavile next to Meowscarada? Well, boys and girls, they decided to do a trade. It was Ant and J-Bear decided to do a trade, so we'll see that by the end of this round what Ant decided to trade for. There were a few mid-draft trades done, I think 3. So Weavile does not stay here. Weavile gets moved. So would it fit on this? Absolutely not. Does a Pokemon he trades for fit? Yes. Thank you for all saying goodbye, D-Ray.
Goodbye, D-Ray.
This
He has new
crazy.
out, doesn't he? No, that's new Greninja. There's no way that's new Weavile.
Everybody calls it new Weavile, unfortunately. Alright, next up we got Obo with Necro. Necrozma, I think, is a Pokemon that works very well on a potential Sun team. Obviously, Morning Sun is 75%. If you want to heal that, it gives them a great setup option. Dragon Dance, Calm Mind. It gives you on both sides. It's fantastic Pokemon. Very bulky and gives him a reliable rocker next to Gouging Fire. Is it the best fit upon first look? No, but once he gets Sun to pair with this, I actually really like Necrozma on this team.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see how this full team plays out exactly how everything is. Obo, they call him the one draft wonder. He only drafts stuff once and doesn't make any changes to it. So I'm excited to see how he builds around this team.
Who calls him the one draft wonder?
The streets.
Obo on the Sun and Moonlight train. Oh, you already know. He actually took notes from your Zard Crest. He specifically said, I'm doing this because of Keegan's Zard Crest team. Yard Crest team. Excuse me, Keegan. Next up, we got Ogerpon Water. I'm a big fan of Ogerpon in general. I think all of the Ogerpons are really, really cool. They give a lot of utility. They give Spike Stack a great speed tier, momentum. They give a fast taunt. I think Ogerpon's fantastic. Now, on this team, I do like it a lot. I think Ogerpon and Great Tusk is really nice. You have Spike Stack next to very reliable, if not the most reliable removal in the game. That way, you don't have to defog your hazards. The way you can actually just spin them away. You also get a water resist next to Great Tusk. I think it fits very well.
They do call it Ogerpon W for a reason. It's a big winner.
You were waiting for me to stop talking to throw that one out there. You were sitting there. I saw you just sitting there bouncing, waiting. Buddy was holding that one, ready to go. Next up,
Betcha.
Big Bundler. What do you think about Bundle going this late?
I think that mon's really good. I think it's a great second option, so get it as a third option. Good one, Jason. Thank you, Keegan. To set up some hail and then let Bundle come in. Oh, can't wait for that.
Cannot wait for that. Yeah, the blizzards and hail is gonna go crazy. Actually, hit me Bundler. Exactly. Shout out Kurt for real.
Bundler.
I like Bundle plus Urshifu a lot. He's just drafting Panthers BBR team. Respect to him. put some respect on his name. I like the momentum-based strategy we got going on here. And you have the capability of using Bundle as an in-game breaker when you have a great mid-game breaker like Urshifu. So I actually really like this pairing a lot. I think Bundle is best when used as that late game breaker, as a pivot into a potential late game breaker. Next up, we're finally going to see Grin drafted, and I am a huge fan of Kieran Black, Excadrill, Terra, and Greninja. I think Grin next to Kieran Black is awesome. Kieran Black really appreciates Spike Stack because it just barely misses out on Okos, so obviously pairing a really good spiker with that's going to be great. You also have a lot of momentum. The only downside is going to be you're pretty fairy weak, and your steel, your fairy resist is going to be your Terra Pokemon, so you might want to look into getting another fairy resist here soon. But other than that, I think it's a great start to a team, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think I like Gren a lot. That's all I gotta say. Gren and being able to now run Battle Bond or Protean frees it up a shit ton.
Yeah, I mean, that was some insightful commentary, to be honest. I don't know if I could have done better myself. This is like, we'll watch it on stream a little bit later, but it's like my first ever draft analysis I did with Obo. He didn't know what he was saying, so every time he was just like, yeah, I agree. That was a good pick. And that was it. That would be it. Next up, Ogerpon H.
Not fuck this
Heartflame.
pick.
What?
Not because you're about to say it's a good pick. Fuck
It's
you.
a fantastic pick. I like Ogerpon and
fuck you
Darkrai.
and
You get
fuck this
Spike Stack
pick.
next to Spike Stack next to Darkrai. You get that 110 speed tier, that middling speed tier between Darkrai and Urshifu. Not middling speed tier, but speed tier in the middle of them. I think this is slotted in perfectly. I would have liked to see this on the Kieran Black Excadrill team instead of Grin, to be completely honest. I think it slotted in a little bit better, but I like it here too.
I think he's gonna need to pick up a ground resist pretty quick. I like a good one because having a grass type that is neutral to ground is not a great. It's not something you're looking for right here.
Yeah. Next up, Heatran. What do you think about Heatran?
It's a Pokemon. This team is math and musical.
Dude, I can't, the hate is unbelievable, Jay.
There's not, and the crazy thing is, I, you know what? Outside of the game, Spider and I, we get drinks sometimes. So I don't want you guys to think that this is hate. I don't want you guys to think this is hate towards Spider. Love the guy. I've actually met his family, so I don't want you guys to think that there's some hate going on. Like me and his family, like his daughters and I, we go out weekly. So I don't want you guys to think that there's like,
then?
huh?
What's his mom's name?
Samantha.
All right, shout out Samantha. We're moving on. This pick's being traded. So J-Bear's actually going to get Weavile here. Palafin trades Weavile. And then Ant's going to get Infernape, Terraladios, and Meowscarada, which is very scary. I think Infernape's a little bit underwhelming this generation just because of the power creep, but I still think it's pretty good. Now, obviously, Weavile, next to Palafin and Shreds, you are able to break those grasses for Palafin. So it's a good pairing all around. Good trade for both parties. I think Weavile is fantastic. I think it's such a good Pokemon. And I think Infernape's a little underwhelming, but it does definitely fit what Ant's trying to do over there. What?
I think your Infernape's a really good Pokemon. I don't think it's underwhelming at all.
Okay, no, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and let me know about it then?
I think the only thing that's underwhelming is how whelming it is.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, next up
I have
we
no idea who
Roymoon.
Jay is. Hi, Spider. Dude.
Hey, shout out Samantha. What if is your mom's name actually Samantha? That would be insane. Next up, we got Roymoon. Roymoon, Corviknight, Azu. Honestly, round 3, like, Roymoon does fit on this team. I won't lie. I like Roymoon on this team. I just think Corviknight sucks still, unfortunately. What is bro yapping about? Jason has no idea what he's talking about. Roymoon's cool.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
You're a Yu-Gi-Oh player?
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Okay. What card does Roymoon remind you of?
Dark Magician.
Okay. Roymoon, everybody. Roymoon. This would have been a fight team with
Roymoon.
Skarmory. That's round 1 Skarmory? Yes, so. Next up, Lanad. Big Lanad. Drop some Lanads in chat if you have them. We got Terrapagos, Goldingo, Landorus. You get the breaker next to Goldingo. Terrapagos team's a little bit
Dude,
slow.
not
You're
real
going to want to
person.
pick up some
Only
speed.
on weekends.
What? Hey, he got a haircut today. He can't help it, man.
Yeah, I'm feeling drippy.
I like Lando. Bricks and steals for Terrapagos Terrapagos has coverage for, but obviously...
Samantha could not be further from my mom's name. Wait, hold up. This stream's
Alright.
about to turn into guess Spider's mom's name.
Just put Samantha backwards. in that
Further?
case.
I'm guessing like Franklin then or some shit. Like that would be the furthest thing from Samantha. In my
My
opinion.
mom senior Trey. I'm gonna have to remove it from you in the server, man. We gotta re-up. What's going on? Next up, we got Swampert. So remember, this is Dragapult, King Gambit, and Swampert. Go ahead, Jay. Let me know how much you hate this. About how Swampert's not a round 3 pick, Kingambit's not a round 2 pick, and you think that this team sucks. Go ahead.
Now wait, Swampert got knocked. Swampert's kind of valid round 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Star use it. I like Swampert a lot. I mean, obviously, it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
He actually bought me this little cube that's got Swampert in the back there. You can't really see it, but somewhere over there.
By D-Ray. For this thing from Samantha is Richard. Yeah, dude, I was right there. Oh, and I was figuring it out.
Your mom's named Richard?
Your mom's named Richard.
I don't think so. I think that's a little far.
Let him cook.
I gotta ask everybody, how did Big Uncle Mike fall to me around 3? There were so many teams that this fit on. I think it fit on Ant's team better than Infernape. I think it fit on D-Ray's team better than Annihilate. But he fell to me around 3. Does he fit on my team? No. Do I care? No. I'm not passing up on Uncle Mike round 3. You're out of your mind. This Pokemon's crazy. It's a great second option, and I get it as a third option. My team is fat, and it can trade blows 1-for-1 on all 3 of my Pokemon so far, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I think this is the Pokemon. Right now, you've set it up. I told you when you were drafting, like, this team is set up where every Mon gets, like, 2. All of these Pokemon in the right hands, can, like, each beat a Pokemon and then some, and so then all you gotta do is just figure out like who's gonna be the one to put in the finishing touches.
Oh, you're going to the pocket again, Jay.
No.
So yeah, I mean, I like hands a lot. My team's very bulky. Trick Room the musical, someone said. Yeah. And obviously the big downside of Uncle Mike, he's got to beat the allegations. But once he beats those allegations, we'll be set. We'll be ready to go. So
yeah, dude, I heard they were pretty underaged. All right, let's get on to the next round.
No, no. The allegations were that he was Miles Bridges.
Oh, got it. Oh yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure she was limping after a little bit. I don't know if that's the type of the locker room chemistry you want to bring in, but hey, man, we
didn't bring him in for the locker room. We brought him in for his stellar play on the court. So
that's what I'm saying.
My favorite pick of wrong allocation. My favorite pick of this round. Honestly, I like the bundle pairing with the Urshifu Gloking. I think that was really good. I also like the Grin pairing a lot with Kieran Black and Excadrill. I think that was also really good. What do you see? What do you think?
W pick of the draft or of this round? Yo, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be controversial. I'm taking Roaring Moon.
Hold on, I gotta put Jay on the webcam for this one. Go ahead.
I'm taking Roaring Moon.
Decision.
Yeah, dude. Roaring Moon. I don't want to keep sucking you off. I think Iron Hands is fine there. And then L pick of the round. I don't know. These are pretty good. These are pretty good picks.
This was a pretty.
I guess I would have to pick Empoleon, all things considered.
Yep, I think Empoleon was a little bit of a reach, and I think there were better picks. Like that's it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad on his team. I just think there were better Pokemon.
Who was the reach and who was the beach of the pick? I'd probably say.
Go ahead.
I'd probably say Roaring Moon is definitely the beach. The reach probably Empoleon.
All right. With that statement, we're moving on.
Oh, see, Owen got it. Spider's mom is named Richard. Can I get some Richard Pogs in the chat?
Next up, round 4. To start us off, we got me, of course. Someone said someone was Rillaboom coded and that I lose to Great Tusk. Guess what? I actually heard you in the future whenever I drafted this. I got Rillaboom. I like Rillaboom next to Raging Bolt a lot. Obviously, it also helps my ground weakness with Iron Hands, and I can run some Grassy Seed stuff with Ursaluna Blood Moon. It's pretty cool. I like Rillaboom. He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he isn't. He's.
Oh, I gotta put you back on the screen. Look, we brought some bad locker room tension with Iron Hands. Rillaboom's one of the best locker room guys out there.
Yeah,
he'll bring candy bars before practice, man. Like you want to have this guy on your team specifically for the locker room antics. Like he will heal my guys. He'll heal my guys. He heals the opponent too. He's a little bit too nice. We got to talk about that a little bit. He'll knock someone down and help them up, but.
Yeah, I will say he's the right thing for the PRs. You're gonna hear a lot of hate speech coming from Iron Hands, so Rillaboom's gonna be there to soften it.
Kind of keep him in check. Next up, Screamtail. I told Star this was a little bit of a reach, in my opinion. Dragapult, Kingambit, Swampert, Screamtail. Remember those trades came through. I think this was a little bit of a reach. I think he probably could have waited. I think Screamtail's really good. I really enjoy it, but I think there were a lot of better stuff on the board. But he gets rocks on top of Kingambit, so he doesn't always have to run it on Kingambit, and he gets a fast Encore.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I haven't seen enough of Screamtail. I think it's one of those Pokemon that, like, you have to use it like almost perfectly for it to be a good Pokemon. Like, it's not like you have to use it well. Like, you have to like really get in on it, because if you make the wrong play, you're gonna get like 6-0'd turn 2.
What's going on, Pay? How you doing? I mean, I like Screamtail on this specific
Yeah.
team, I just think it was a little early.
Yeah, if you keep switching around and just using Screamtail as like as a utility mine, you're just gonna get swept when you need it most.
Yeah. Next up, we got Hammerat. Some big spikes next to Goldingo. I like this pick a lot. I think Hammerat plus Goldingo is a really cool core that we're probably going to see more of as the generation goes on. Obviously, you get free spikes with Ceaseless Edge, and you get round 4 Hammerat, which is honestly really good. Like, Hammerat is probably a solidified round 3 pick. Some people even take it late round 2, which I think is a little bit of a stretch, but round 4, you're getting good value. You're getting some good bang for your buck. And paired with this team, I really like it. I think this is the start of a fantastic team.
Yeah, I think this team needs the spikes. Now you can't. You have a defog and a spin blocker in the same Pokemon, so it's gonna be really great. Lando's gonna appreciate that shit.
Just won a finals in a draft I was in. Shout out Pay. This is gonna be forever cemented in this VOD. Shout out to
Let's
you.
go,
Congratulations. Next up we got Rotom Heat. Gives you momentum, gives you a fairy resist on top of.
Is this
what
a
am I
round 4
for Rotom?
Pokemon?
I don't know, man. I've never been super high on Rotom Heat.
Oh, dude, back in the day.
It got Pain Split back, I think. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. I'm not too big on Rotom Heat, to be completely honest, but you have a finals today versus Chef Evil. Good luck against that, Central, and also good luck to Chef Evil. Infernape would be better. Unfortunately, Infernape has already went, so he couldn't have put Infernape here, but would it have been better? Probably. I just want to semi his match. Are we just congratulating everybody?
Yeah, what's going on?
Next up, J-Bear's a fraud. He took Terra Superior. Everybody lets me know.
This mon's really good. This mon's really fucking good. This is the number 1 option. A bunch of these number 2 option motherfuckers could like, dude, like team before us, dude. Imagine if he took go back. Like, imagine Terra Serp on that team instead of Rotom Heat. Go back.
I'm not going back, dog. Terra Serp, boo.
Dude, Terra Serp's the fucking
fraud.
truth.
A lot of people tell me I'm crazy for putting this in 20 points. I don't know. We'll see. I think
that mon's really fucking good.
I think maybe it's.
I think that mon can do so many different things. It can click Leaf Storm to boost its special attack, or it can run Leaf Storm again. It's pretty one-dimensional, but I think it does that one thing really well. It's like Urshifu. You're pretty much always running Bandit or Scarfed, but it's gonna do that really fucking well. I think Serp does the same thing.
Next up, Sylveon round 4. I think Sylveon's a fraud. I think round 4 is very, very early for Sylveon. I think there's a lot of better fairies on the board at this point. What are we clapping for? You agree?
Nah, this is a good pick. This is a good pick. This is what he needed.
Oh, this is the pick you like from Spider. Oh,
yeah, bro. Spider's on the up. I like
word.
Sylveon. I like Wish Passing into Heatran and Gliscor. Gliscor lost Roost, so being able to hit Wish Pass around here. This is what I'm talking about.
This is the pick that gets you excited about Samantha's son's team.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Okay. Somebody with power changed Spider's nickname to Samantha's son on my server. Now that I'm thinking about it. Samantha would be proud of that pick. Next up,
Samantha would be proud of this pick.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about Ursaluna because I think this mon's kind of a fraud.
Oh, dude, I think this mon's so fucking good. Especially round 4, brother. He gets my mom's name wrong, and all of a sudden he's all friendly. No. That's crazy.
In the same round. That is pretty crazy. I'm not big on Ursaluna. I think he's kind of a fraud. I think he gets walled by a lot more things than you would think. I think he does a ton of damage and then dies. I don't even think he's a 1-for-1 mon, to be honest with you.
What?
Fraud.
I think he's a 1-for-7 mon.
Fraud. There aren't 7 mon. Yeah, 7, dude. So he kills the whole team and then himself.
Yes.
With flame or burn damage, maybe.
I think I also got a round 5. Yeah, dude. I think there's an amazing round 4 Pokemon.
Okay.
I think this exact.
I very much want to talk about this because as Kyurem Black connoisseur, I love the Slowking pairing with Kyurem Black. You obviously have Chilly Reception into Kyurem Black, which makes you have the defense boost, 1.5 times defense boost in the snow, which is fantastic, and that helps Kyurem out a lot, especially because it lost Roost. You're able to take those hits better. You could get like a scale shot off a lot easier. You could be faster than things. The main concern is still, well, he's also waiting on sand quite a while, in my opinion. Like, what if someone takes T-Tar? T-Tar is usable outside of sand. What if somebody just takes it? That's my only concern right now. But I love the Slowking pairing here.
I mean, you always got Hippopotas.
Okay, next slide, please. Hydrapple Terra from Trey. I don't know.
This is the first Doom of the draft. Spider, just to show you some love, I think this pick is fucking terrible. I think that you got a good thing going. I'm saying no, Spider, this isn't your pick. I'm just showing that you're not the only one that's gonna get hate. I think this bond is dog. Putting Terra on it, that's like putting makeup on a pig. That's like don't know, putting a wig on I don't know. It's
What's
like putting a
going
merkin on.
What's going on, man? What's going?
If anyone who knows,
not that bad, dude. Hydrapple
dude,
is
free
not
Terra
that
Hydrapple.
bad.
Let's see what else we can get for free Terra. Terra Hydrapple is so annoying to face.
It is not that bad, man. Oh my goodness, Hydrapple is all right. He's just like was around for a little bit of a stretch, probably. Next up, Iron Crown, another steel type that I think is kind of mid. He's a 98 speed tier, a little bit mediocre. He has Volt Switch though. Momentum's fantastic. It hits super hard. I think Crown's interesting. I think round 4 is a little bit early for this one, though.
Dog, I have a showdown out called Ban Merkins. Let's go, Noah. Yo, if you know what a Merkin is. John, you know?
Iron Crown.
John, you know what a Merkin is?
No, what is it?
It's a wig for your pubes. All right, so Iron Crown, I think, is like a wig for pubes. I think this
Bro,
mon
I
tries
hope-
to be something, and at the end of the day, it's just a dick with hair on it.
I hope I stay monetized, dude. I make money off of this, Jason. Come on, man.
I think this mon is dog for 4th round.
Speaking of horrible ass Pokemon, next
dude,
up,
this is the shit that's still left while people are taking fucking Iron Crown.
all right, look.
Well, I guess he already had a Terra Pokemon, so he wouldn't have taken this one.
Our buddy Kaz swears by this Pokemon. He told me that he thinks it's the best Pokemon on the board. Well, before pre-home. I think this mod's awful. I hate it. I tried it. I didn't like it. It's probably just my playstyle. I understand the merit, and I understand the merit here next to Gouging Fire. You have Volt Switch,
Thank
Freak
you,
the
Owen.
Waters.
Yeah. Hydrapple, free Terra Hydrapple went before free Terra Regieleki, by the way.
I don't like Regieleki, but I understand the merit, and I understand the merit next to Gouging Fire. Actually, low-key on Trey's team, this would have went crazy. I don't know if having Jason on the stream might not be the best idea since your monetization is in jeopardy. That's very true. Having Jason on is always a gamble. Always a gamble. Next up, Pecharunt. I haven't seen this mon used a whole lot. I've only seen Amo use it.
This is the goat.
He's convinced me it's very good. John just run grass to see Calm Mind Blood Moon and just win because I just did that. Alright, I'll do that week 1, 2, 3, 4 onward. Was anyone else around playing? What is going on? What do you think about Pecharunt? You a big fan?
Yeah, I like Pecharunt a lot. This mon is so good. I kept going like, damn, this mon's not very good because it loses to these typings. And then I remember I was building with it and I'd be like I was like, damn, he's got like Miascarada, fucking like extra drill, and I was like, wait, this mon can live a hit from both.
Yeah, that was with Infernape, not Weavile. Next up we got Scizor. He got his round 3 pick, round 4, and round 4 pick, round 3. You can't hate it. Scizor's really good. My only concern is Defog as a remover. Your only remover is a Defogger so far next to Spike Stack, but other than that, I think it does fit well. Fairy Resist, you obviously have momentum. It fills a lot of roles. It's Steel type. Strong guy. Strong, cool, fun guy. I love Scizor.
Scizor's a good pickup. Finish the Dragon Fairy Steel.
What year is this?
What?
What year is this?
Dude, I know. I was gonna say
Talking
this
about
is,
Fairy Dragon Steels in 2024? What are we doing? We playing Gen 6? We playing Oras? What's going on?
Hey man, I'm with it.
Nah, next up, Clefable. Clefable's really cool next to this team. I honestly like it a lot. Unaware Pokemon
We need
to
some
help.
speed, brother.
Spectrier has 130. Annihilus 90.
Yeah, we need middle speed. You go from 90
Dude, it's
to
round
like...
4. Let's chill out, Jay. You're just trying to hate on D-Ray. Actually, you know
No
what? I'm
hate
here
on
for it
D-
because I'm here for it because he took my Annihilus.
Nah,
You know what?
no hate on
Continue.
D-Ray. No hate on D-Ray. I'm just noticing that in Gen 9, you need to pick up your speed early. You need to pick up rolls earlier. Like when you start grabbing like shit that looks cool on teams, man, this Boomer... nah, dude. Dragon Fairy Steel is still the truth. Oh my god, don't act like you guys don't pick it.
Dude.
You're telling me, yo, everyone show me their last 5 drafts. You're telling me there's not a fairy or a dragon or a steel?
And a lot of times there's no dragon. Steel Fairy.
Yeah, more like dragon my balls on your forehead. All right, so
Torrenti,
Yeah,
Chi-Yu, Lando Team, Metagross. I love Metagross. The fact it went round 4 is insane. I think it's so good this generation. Access to knockoff, access to heavy slam, access to psychic fangs. They really buffed my boy up and decided not to give him shift gear, which I'm still pissed about. Metagross is really solid. Gives him another rocking option. Gives him a way to switch into fairies. I like Metagross a lot.
wait, let's look at Central's team. I don't remember the monetization. Get scan a Waffle House. Oh, dude, you don't want me in a Waffle House.
What are you looking
Central?
at? Central's in Wo-Chien, I think.
Oh,
no,
let me go
he's in
pull that up.
Chi-Yu.
Hold up, let me go do some generational loving.
All right, Last pick of the round, we got Terra Ogerpon. I think this mon is really good. I'm very curious to see how it's used with Terra. Obviously, it might be a little overpriced because it can only Terra Grass, but the fact that it gets the speed boost and it has access to items still, it can Swords Dance, I think it's still very good. It has the coverage that it needs, Stomping Tantrum for grounds, knockoff for like levitating stuff like Bronzong. It definitely has all the tools you need. It gives you a fast counter, and it gives you momentum too.
Central, I think this team is solid. I think, did you say it was?
Wait, Jay, can you let me know what his Scald resists are real quick? Like, can you read off every Pokemon that on his team that would enjoy taking a Scald?
This guy right here?
Central.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
It's Marigold.
All right. Round recap. We've got
Orlando
my favorite pick in this round got to be Terra Hydrapple.
It's a toss up for me between Serp and Regieleki. Dude, I think Ursaluna's so good round 4. I think that's a great pickup.
I like the Slowking pickup a lot. My brother Yubby's team. I think he's going in a good direction right now. My least favorite pick's gotta be, where did it go?
Yeah, that's a good counterpoint, Central.
Can you read off every good water in the Nadex that has Skull and Silence? Listen, man. My least favorite pick of this round, honestly, it's Screamtail from Star. I wish that he would have got something else, man. I think it was way too early for... Oh, actually, Sylveon. Never mind. Sorry, Spider. I really hate the Sylveon pick. I think that mom was taken way too early. Hammerot? Oh, nah. Hammerot's also a very good pick.
Wait, what mine did you say was taken too early?
Sylveon.
No, Screamtail's way worse.
What? What? Yeah. What a take. Yeah, that lucky is Terra. That lucky is Terra.
I hate Spider like the next guy. Sylveon was a fine pick here.
Wait, what did you say? All right, round 5. Let's get Jay back in the picture here. Talonflame. Tell us about Talonflame, Jay.
I think this is an early pickup, especially if you're not terraing it. I guess you're that terrified of not having Talonflame. Like, what am I gonna do? You're gonna have to replace it with, like...
Can we pause real quick? Hegan just said Screamtail is insane. I want you to actually talk about that a little bit more than Talonflame.
I don't think... Are you worried about Screamtail getting taken? I haven't seen the truth enough. I guess the only time I fought it, it was Obo brought Combine Bulk Up. So I guess I don't have the most knowledge on it, but just seeing it in prep, it's just never a Pokemon. It's always like, okay, I guess if I have the 6th spot open, I'll add Screamtail.
Oh, I love Screamtail, but Talonflame's cool. Gives him a good speed tier. W. Next up, we've got Terra Walking Wake, one of the better Terra captains on the board. I like this a lot. Torrentici, U, Lando Team, Metagross, Wake. Honestly, this is the makings of a good Sun team, minus Tornado Styrian, having the not accurate Hurricanes, but you could just use Torrentici as a pivot on a team like this. I think that this team should look for probably Torkoal. Which Ogerpon is it? On which team? On the last team, it was just Ogerpon. It was just regular Ogerpon with Terra.
Yeah, but it can only Terra into one type, right?
Yeah.
It can only be Terra Grass.
Yeah, but it's pretty good because it gets a speed boost when it Terras too, and it can hold an item. So, but Walking Wake, very good, very overwhelming with Terra. Obviously, access to Flip Turn Knockoff, 2 very huge things. It can beat its own checks now, or get out of there and get something in on its checks. I like Terra Walking Wake a lot. I think it's going to be a menace, and I think if he possibly gets Sun, that'd be fantastic. Next up, he takes Arcaludon, and he decided in Grace to make it a Terra Captain. So this will be Terra Arcaludon in the foreseeable future. He's going to drop whatever Terra Captain he took in the draft and trade it for Arcaludon. Arcaludon's cool. A lot of people swear by it being Terra. I'm not sold on it. I think it's good in OU, and I think it's situational draft.
All right, give me 2 minutes.
All right. Arcaludon's really cool, though. He could take potentially Rain with it. I don't know. Arcaludon's a little bit weird on this team, in my opinion, because it's like a doubling speed tier Glamour Arcaludon, but I think Terra Arcaludon definitely has merit. It's definitely really cool. I'm going to take Jay's webcam away. 1 second. Look. This is how it was supposed to be until Jason decided that he got a fresh cut and he wanted to be in the stream because he was a good boy. Oh, shoot. I actually just... Oh, wait. I can move away now. Okay, hold on. Next up, we got Serena. I'm a generational Serena hater. I think Serena is so bad. It's a grass type that does not resist ground because it is so unbelievably frail. It's bad. It's a spinner, but it's bad. I hate it, but I do like the fact you got spin on this team now. It's very important. I don't think it deserves Terra, but I like the pick. Walking Wake? Oh, I don't know. I like Terra Walking Wake quite a bit. General Serena hater. Less said about Serena, the better. I agree. Honestly, I would rather sit in silence for the rest of this slide than talk about Serena any more than I have to. This guy isn't frail. Oh, buddy. This dude hasn't ran the Serena calcs yet. Serena is an awful put. I would put Serena in my bottom 5 least favorite Pokemon to draft. I think it's horrible. Maybe 10. Next up, we're going to see Zapdos from Ant. This is another Pokemon that is going to get traded from Ant's team. So remember, Latias, Meowscarada, Infernape, Pecharunt, and Zapdos, but it's going to get traded a little bit later, so there's not a whole lot to say here. He does trade it for another electric type later on down the line. Serena isn't that bad. Oh, you poor souls haven't done any Serena calcs. It is brutal. It is a ground type that doesn't, or it's a grass type that doesn't resist ground. It is so frail. Trading Zapdos is crazy. No respect for the game. If that's bad, might as well not be a spinner. Yeah, that's true. I guess it doesn't even count as a spinner because it's so bad. To be completely honest, it is that bad. Next up, hey, look at that. Obo secured Sun round 5 to pair with Gouging Fire, as he should, because shout out to Chef. Gouging Fire is not great without Sun, but it's fantastic with the option to have Sun. This team's great. You have Regieleki to break waters. You have Torkoal, obviously, to set the Sun. You got Necrozma, Morning Sun. And I think Anamorous pairs really well with Gouging Fire. It's a ground immunity. And obviously, you know, it takes hits that Gouging Fire doesn't necessarily want to take. You got a decent speed tier in that as well. I think this is great. I think he could pair a couple of different things with this. He could go a couple of different directions. I think this team is one of the better ones thus far, to be honest. Oh, are you back, Jay?
I'll rub my fictional blanket.
All right, I'm throwing you back up. I'm gonna take some medicine here in a second, man. Once we get to that round recap, probably.
Oh, let's go. We're starting off with Cinderace. I wish, honestly, if you switch the last 2 picks, I'd be like, that's valid. I feel like trusting that Cinderace is going to drop is a little tragic. I think Cinderace is like a round 3 Pokemon.
Yo, chat, how often can I take Mucinex? Does anybody know? I'm feeling bad and my medicine's wearing off, boys. I'm gonna need it soon. Cryo is a better remover than Serena, very true. Cinderace is cool, breaks steals, good speed tier, gives momentum. Next.
Yeah.
Yo, you're making me hungry. Eating some,
This shit's good.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking over here?
Water, straight from the valley.
Gotcha.
There are instructions on the bottle, big dog.
It's in the other room, man. Hard disagree with the fact that there are instructions on the bottle. I don't blame you, Spider. Samantha raised you right. Next up, Jirachi. He had a great start. I'll say that much.
We're just missing a fairy.
I'll say that much. He had a great first 3 picks. It's went downhill since. I think Jirachi sucks. I don't like Jirachi this gen. It's fine, I guess. It's a Wish Passer into a team that doesn't really need a Wish Passer because you got Regen Core. It gives you momentum. It gives you another rocker. There are other steals that I would have liked to see here. I think this is a point sucker. Point babe.
Yeah.
Same with
I think Jirachi's pretty cool. I think the annoying thing, I think Jirachi's one of those Pokemon. I made a claim that like people who ban shit for not being fun to prep for, I would take out Jirachi because Jirachi's just not a fun mon to play against. Wait, what's going on, John? Double Terror?
What? Oh, that's a mistake. He's not Terra Slowking, by the way, chat. That's a mistake. Hopefully that doesn't... Whoops. Hopefully that doesn't stay the rest of the time, but it very well could. Kieran Black, Excadrill, Grin, Slowking, and Iron Moth. This is probably my favorite team so far. A little bit biased because Kieran Black is here, but I think Iron Moth, the speed tier between Grin and QB, is very, very good. It breaks fairies for QB.
Dick.
You think what?
I think Iron Moth's dick. You know,
what?
like penis.
I love Iron Moth.
I think Iron Moth is on Prod Watch.
What? Dude, this is one of my most drafted mods this generation, so I'm a little biased. But this is a certified John. Like, Brother Yubby took some notes out of my drafts and just threw it together. That's fantastic. Next up, we're picking Obo. We got Terra Obo, actually, Darkrai, Urshifu Rapid, Oakbon Hearth, Ursaluna, and Obo. So, Terra Obo is pretty interesting. I think you could be Terra fighting. You could get an accurate fighting move, actually. I think this gives you a good pivot on the team. I've never seen Obo do too good in the draft, which holds true for the Pokemon and the player. So I don't know. I've said it before. I've said it many times. I want to see this do good. I hope it does good. I like Obo. Jason D. Why did he just call you Jason D?
No, he did a sad face.
Oh, I was like, he doesn't know you like that. That's crazy.
He knows me. He just doxed me.
Jay, watching you eat is brutal.
It's so good. Oh, pigeon on blanket. Yum yum.
Next up, we got Hydreigon. I love this Pokemon. I wish it was his Terra, to be honest. We're going to talk about it a little bit later because he has some different Terra captains at the end. I actually played Spider week 1 and prepping for his team. Spider, if you're here, I think Hydreigon as your Terra captain, I think it'd be so difficult to prep for your team. Even more so. Like, I think it's so, like, Terra Hydreigon, I'm a big fan of. Hydreigon round 5 is really good. Obviously, it lost Roost this generation, but it's still a very potent offensive threat. Gives you some momentum. There's your Fairy Dragon Steel, Jay.
I
All
was
right
just
in a
gonna
row.
say he's finishing out the core that I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Hydreigon pick. I feel like people have like now that Jugu's out, and I don't know, people have just been hating on Hydreigon. I think it's still a good Pokemon.
Next up, when did John become German? Next up, we got Rotom Wash. Traded to Ant for Zapdos. So this team's going to have Zapdos. This is a scary defensive core. Iron Tread Zapdos. Save some speed for the rest of us, buddy. And remember that Infernape is also traded out for the Weavile. So, scary team. Very, very fast team. Whenever I realized that I don't have any speed on the board, now I'm realizing why J-Bear actually took all of it. I think I like Zapdos. It's a good pivot on this team. That's it. That's about it. I don't want to gas J-Bear up too much.
Zapdos solid. I like Zapdos.
Keegan, what do we think about Zapdos? Generational Keegan quote coming through about how Zapdos is the best Pokemon of all time. Next up, we got Shaman, a Pokemon that I wish we saw Terra, because I think this is really interesting with Terra, but we're going to see it here. It's a ground resist on this team. Good pivot. Ground resist. Zapdos is the LeBron James of Draft League, King L5 Keegan. You guys have some takes, that's for sure. We don't need Keegan's opinion. That's valid, actually. You know what? My bad for asking that.
That's the best take we've seen.
That might be the best chat message all day. And it's from D-Ray, who was supposed to be banned. I'm not really sure what happened there. Zapdos Palafin is very good. That is a tried and true combo for sure. Shaman on this team, I don't know, man. What do you think?
I feel like LeBron is Lando T.
Dude, that's what I said. Spider, that is what I said, man. Dude, they don't see the vision. Next up, Terra Azelf, which is a really interesting Terra captain with some other, I think some other better ones on the board, but we're going to see Azelf here. I like Azelf in general on this team. Gives you a rocker, base 115 speed tier, U-turn momentum, another knockoff user. I like Azelf a lot. I don't know about Terra. I'm not really sold on the Terra yet.
Yeah, I'm not with Terra Azelf. I don't know. I feel like it already hits hard enough. I feel like you don't want to waste your Terra type on another mon that, like, you don't even have to guess if you think he's going to Terra. Just fucking hit it with a neutral move.
Yeah, true. And you can also,
like,
I don't know. You can U-turn for momentum. Like, what does it really benefit? Like, Terra fighting, maybe? Terra Fairy? Like, those are the two that I can really see benefiting the most. The logo on the graphics looks sick. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. Next up, we're going to have Moltres.
Yeah,
Star,
I made him.
Star has a Moltres fetish. Let's just say that much. He thinks Moltres, King Gambit, and Dragapult is a core 3. Whenever in the BBR draft, this dude was like had a gun to my head. Can I say that and get monetized in a video game? I think I have to say that to stay monetized. This dude was whispering sweet nothings in my ear about Moltres, Dragapult, and King Gambit. Huh? And I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good round 5 too. I'm not saying it's a bad pick, but he thinks that this is his 3rd best Pokemon. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Next up, I get Mew. I was lacking hazards. I was lacking a lot of things. I don't know. Mew fills that role. I'll talk about it more in my draft analysis. I like Mew. Mew's like a Swiss Army knife. It does a lot of things. I don't like Gen 9 Mew a whole lot, and I actually would have preferred Necrozma in this slot, but this gives me access to T-Spikes, Spikes, and Stealth Rocks, as well as Momentum, and a Trick Room setter as well. So I would have preferred Necrozma, to be completely honest, but Mew's not bad. So it fits what I needed to.
Mew's been doing the same thing it's always done. It's just a little bit worse. You got fucking Walmart Mew.
Dollar General Mew, actually. Bro's fastest mod is going to be Sneasel. I got some bad news, Clydes. The speed tiers are looking rough from here on out. Alright, round recap. Let me throw you away real quick. What's your favorite and least favorite pick of this?
What's the reach and what's the beach? I think the reach here? Probably Torkoal. Are you that worried about getting Torkoal sniped right there?
What? Dude, I think Torkoal's the fantastic pick here. Like, I could have taken Torkoal very easily.
The beach, for sure, is Cinderace. Cinderace, for sure.
We got some differing opinions here. I actually like the Zapdos pick up from J-Bear a lot. I also like the Iron Moth pickup from Brother Yubby, winning 3 rounds in a row. My favorite pickup, probably. My least favorite pickup is probably, I don't really understand the Terra Azelf or the Terra Shaman, or not non-Terra Shaman, excuse me, a whole lot. So those are probably my least favorite picks, but Hard to disagree with picking LeBron. All right. We'll
Yeah,
move on here. Round
fair.
6. Can you handle the beginning of this round as I go
Yeah.
do something?
Anyway,
Alright.
time to get real fucking. Wait, put my face on front of, in top of yours.
Okay.
Then we can kiss. Okay, so we got Iron Jugu. Jesus Christ, this is big. Okay, so we got Iron Jugu. I don't mind Jugu here. It's some more speed for Johnny. He was kind of building up a little bit of a. He's starting to build up a little bit of an ice weakness. He's gonna have to patch that up soon. So we'll see how that goes. Anything like Bundle fucking comes in and clicks Ice Beam, he's gonna have to use Raging Bolt to be a the defense against Dark Arts for that. He's gonna need like a nice Steel type. I'm feeling that, or maybe a nice Water type. Something like Empoleon would have been good here. I guess you're still neutral to Freeze Dry, but next is just the Dunsparce. Anyone who knows me, I'm gonna have a gigantic hard on for this Pokemon. Free Terra to Dunsparce is the fucking truth. It is probably not what we're looking for here, a little bit lower. In a low tier setting, this would be great. High tier, you're gonna have shit like Serp and Electri that are gonna do really good, but this mod, awesome. You just fucking free Terra, and you get to click Body Slam with Coil. You can combine. You can just be a defensive set with Stealth Rock. Like, this mod's gonna be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how this is used. When you take top tier mons, like I think this is Stars, or this is Dragapult and Yuck, King Gambit that can't Terra, having something like Dunsparce is gonna help run a nice little 3-man squad. Next is Kilowattrel Terra. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think he can have 2 Terra Pokemon. I think I have the dock up. Let me check. Kill a Wattrel. Okay, brother has 2 Terra Pokemon. Okay, I guess you get 2 Terra Pokemon. Didn't fucking know that. That's pretty cool. 25 points total. Got it. Okay. Terra, free Terra, Kilowattrel's solid. It's a cool Pokemon. I saw John use it. He kind of used it like ass, so I'm hoping to see this person use it. Let's see whose name's on the dock. Skippy Dippy is doing pretty good. Excited to see what Leo has in store, though. He's got Big Claude, you know, Claude A. Monet. Solid. Team's really slow, really bulky. In Gen 9, you really want shit.
Back. Sorry, man.
You're
Bot
gonna
sucks. Next.
Great unaware Pokemon. Nice little water absorb. And he can do so. He can do a little something.
I like Claude. He's a friend. He is definitely a friend. He sucks. Unfortunately. This is like I don't know, he's just bad. Next up, Diancie. Give him Spike Stack, give him the Fairy type. W pick. I like this pick a lot.
Big W pick.
Big W pick. 8 points might have even been a little bit on the short end of the stick for Diancie. This Pokemon, Spike Stack next to Treads, really nice. And please remember, J-Breath does have Zapdos over Rotomosh and Weavile over Infernape. Man, I hate that I did these slides early. Diancie's cool. I refuse to draft Clodsire because he looks stupid. I'm banning you. You're banned from the chat. How do I ban you? Goodbye, Pay. Can we get some feet in the chat for Pay? Goodbye. You're gone. That's a channel member gone. I'm willing to rip him out. Diancie's at Palafin. I vouch for this. Alright, next up. Terra Espeon. I think Espeon's bad. I think Terra makes it usable. That's where I stand. I do still think I would have preferred Hydreigon with Terra on this team and would have preferred to see a different Pokemon over Espeon.
Yeah, probably. But that's something you wait to. You're waiting a while, and then you got to get that 110 speed.
Well, he had Sneasler. Sneasler to Hydreigon to Sneasler's pretty fine, I think.
No, what? Sneasler's like
116, right? Or is it 119?
I thought it was like 123. I guess I don't know shit.
It's either 116 or 119. Let me check here. I just prepped for it.
It's 120. Yeah, 120. Well, yeah, 120 to 98 is not good.
You got me, man.
There's gonna be a lot of free real estate. Like you fucking a 115 is gonna be. You're gonna be able to get. You're gonna have to take on modest Uxie.
That's your biggest concern right now?
Or sorry, not Uxie. I meant Azel. I meant Azel. I was thinking about feet.
Fortress. He spins and he spikes. He's cool on this team. Again, another spiker on this team. And finally a spinner next to Ogre Upon Hearthflame. I think you need at least one spinner, preferably two next to Ogre Upon Hearthflame. Pokemon that cannot run boots, and I think Fortress does the job just fine. You can kind of see we're at that point in the draft, round 6. There are not that many steals left. It's going to be an avalanche of steals going very, very soon. And there might even be some teams that don't have it. W Volt Switch mod, it also does get Volt Switch. Is Fortress stinky poopy bad? Maybe,
No.
but he spins. Okay, I only had the Slowking mishap once. So now we see Tyranitar, we see Sand. I mean, this team's great. Like, I like this team a lot. Run out of points
Team is
though.
solid.
Tyranitar gives you Sand. Excadrill gives you KOs, probably. I like Tyranitar. I think it's a good Sand setter. He's a good Pokemon in general. Has access to knockoff now. And it fits on the team because he sets Sand.
Yeah. T-Tar, man. I think Iron Moth is the use. I think with this team, Iron Moth is never going to want to come. You're never bringing Iron Moth. I think Iron Moth sticks out like a sore thumb on this team.
This is crazy. Iron Man fits perfect on this team.
This month, I cannot wait to look back and see that Iron Moth is going to be like a 3-kill Pokemon this season.
Yo, I love the fact that Trey decided 2 dragons was the wave. That's my favorite part about this draft, I think. And not only 2 dragons, but 2 regenerator dragons. I mean, Cycles are very valuable. It gives you an elite speed tier. And it gives you rapid spin. I don't like it on this team, though. Like, we started off strong, man. What happened? What happened?
I'm with hate. I like hating on people.
Okay, go ahead.
But I can't on this team.
Why? Because he got his Fairy Dragon Steel?
He's got his Fairy Dragon Steel.
Jay, he doesn't have a
No.
fairy.
Hydrapple.
Grimmsnarl next. Grimmsnarl with screens paired with Thunderous Theory and Great Tusk is honestly really good. I like it a lot. It gives you a lot of opportunity to set up with those Pokemon. It also gives you a way to cripple other Pokemon to make Great Tusk and Thundy T faster with Thunder Wave. I think it fits very well. It's a good fairy. There aren't that many good fairies left. And I think Grimmsnarl in round 6 is a really, really good pick and really solid with this team. The only thing that you got to worry about, I think you can court change your own screens. So careful about that. Otherwise, I like this. John, have you gotten a fairy resist yet? I don't remember what you have on your team. My fairy resist is Terra Raging Bolt, man. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
What do you want? This dude Keegan is waffling. I forgot Mighty Keegan's first interaction as friends was that he didn't have a fairy resist. Next up, Obo's going to get Blastoise, but not for long because he's going to trade it out for Venusaur on this Sun team. I like Venusaur a lot with this team. It gives him another sweeper, another breaker. And it works in Chlorophyll. I mean, I like Blastoise fit, but I think Venusaur does fit better.
Yeah. There's not much to say. This is a Sun team. It's either going to work or it's not going to work.
Jay,
It's hard.
what the hell do I pay you for? You come in here telling me about how it might work, it might not. Those are the 2 options, man.
Well, because when you have Sun, it's either going to be like, wow, this is such a top tier mon. I'm so scared of Sun, or it's going to be like, damn, Obo has Sun again. I guess I just have to bring one thing to beat it because it's Obo.
John's team is weak to Skull. I got a Raging Bolt, buddy. Try again. Next up, Ting Lu. I like Ting Lu as a Pokemon. I like it a lot next to Latias. I think it's really nice next to Latias.
It's a good Pokemon. We get spikes, right?
It does, yeah. It does get spikes.
Yeah, we got another spiker on the squad.
Yeah, another spike is really nice. I don't know if I love it next to Meowscarada. And please remember, he does have Infernape over Weavile, and he has Rotomosh over Zapdos. I mean, I like it. He's going to have to get, like, another good Fairy Resist. He's going to have to get a good Steedle soon, and they are running low. So he's going to have to take it, like, ASAP. But I think if he does that, then his team's really good. The Spike stack is great. I don't think Double Dark's bad, especially with Meowscarada's Protein. I think that there could have been potentially better picks, but, like, at the same time, I really enjoy the Spike stack aspect next to Latias.
Wait, what's wrong with Tinglu and Meowscarada?
It's just they're both Dark types, and his team's very, very, very weak.
Yeah, but like Meowscarada's not really a dark type.
Yeah, I mean that's what I just said. Like it's protein, so it's like whatever.
This Pokemon, dude, what? And the fact you got rid of it, oh my god, this made me freak out. Free Terra Skeledirge on this team, mwah, that is the creme de la creme. That is such a good Pokemon on this fucking team.
You said right, creme de la creme.
I think this Pokemon is so good on this team. The fact you're getting rid of it for Chandelure, like, dude. Fucking, there's no way Hydrapple went when this thing was still on the board. This could make me eat shorts and socks. That's what I gotta say.
All right. Next up, we got Zarude from Daniel. Zarude's pretty cool. I like him as a Pokemon. He gives him a 105 speed tier, which is that speed tier that you were talking about that he was missing. Gives him momentum, gives him a dark type next to Spectre, which is obviously very, very important as that potential ghost resist. I think it fills a lot of roles for D-Ray. I think it makes a lot of sense on this team. And yeah, I mean, it could have even potentially Terra'd it. We saw 3 Terra Zarudes in JJDL Showdown, but we are not going to see it here, unfortunately, because he is going to be Terra Arcalodon after the Grace trades. Please remember that. He said, eat shorts and socks.
And socks.
No Terra Zarude. Yeah, I know everybody's really high on it, but he does have Terra Arcalodon, so it's like, that's pretty good. Like, it's still a good Terra captain, so.
I don't think it's that good of a Terra captain.
Okay, word. Well, where were you whenever we were talking about it?
I think I was getting my pigs in a blanket.
Maybe, actually. Next up, we're going to see Decidueye. Please remember, Torntichi U, Lando T, Metagross, Terra, Wake, and Decidueye. Gives him Defog.
Does it still get defog?
Yeah, it's one of the few.
There's no way you know that. You're just confidently saying that. There's no way you know if it gets defog.
Well, I had Decidueye Hisui in a league, and they both get defog.
No, they don't get the same thing every time.
I'm aware of that, but they both get defog.
Yo, chat, go ahead and show me John's balls.
What? Jay, I'm yanking on that leash right now, man. We're gonna have to bring it in. Gives him momentum, ground resist, which is really nice. Yeah, can vouch, gets defogged. My biggest hater in chat just said it, so. Next up, Donphan. Donphan's a good spinner in this dex, gives him a rocker. Another knock user, another way to have priority with Ice Shard.
Holy yapper.
Damn. Yo, that's true.
I know we're talking about that. Yo, you can't talk about John like that in his own stream.
Jay, I think that was directed towards you, my man.
I don't think so. I think Clyze has got my back. Please, sorry if I mispronounce it.
It's Clyze.
I'm illiterate.
Pretty sure. Yeah, you are certified yapper, I would say. But now, as we move on to round 7, we are going to be moving a lot faster. These slides are going to be only 30 seconds apiece. That way we can get through this. I mean, maybe this round should have been 30 seconds apiece, to be honest. But we're start moving. So this should
be honest.
Shouldn't go past at most 3 p.m. So, what was your favorite and least favorite pick of this draft?
3 p.m. Wait, what?
I said
2 p.m.
Well, we got 30 more. It might be 2 p.m. 3 p.m. at the absolute latest, though. I gotta hide you again. Back in the pocket you go. So, my least favorite pick of this round.
Gotta be Cloud.
Probably Cloud, yeah. I don't think Cloud's very good in this dex. My favorite, though, gotta give it to the Skeletors that he dropped.
Dude, Skeletor was so good. Oh my god, I'm so sad that mine got dropped.
Was it Stars the Dunsparce Terra?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be my favorite pick of the round. Then I think Terra the Dunsparce are really good.
I said to who the fuck drafted Skeletor? I'm pretty sure I said that I would gladly take his team if he dropped.
In this league?
Yeah.
Nobody has Dirge anymore. He dropped it.
No, but the guy who had it, I'm pretty sure I said I would gladly take it.
Oh, Bope?
Bope. Little Bope
Cleveland Guardians? He was the Deoxys speed team.
Yeah.
Alright, round 7. We're starting out with Overquill. My team would have been Danny DeVito if I didn't drop it. Slow and fast. Unfortunately, Jason would definitely not first pick for drops. Actually, funny enough, Brody is first pick for drops. He's already claimed dibs.
That makes sense.
Bad news. Overquill. I like Overquill a lot. I think Big Man. Can we get some Big Mans in chat if we got some snob
Big
memberships?
Man.
I like Big Man a lot. Stack next to Latios Valiant. I'm a big fan of Stack, obviously, if you couldn't tell that. It gives you momentum as well. I think it gets flip turn. Maybe not. I might be talking out my butt with that one, but...
Big Man.
Next up, Weezing G. He's alright. I don't know if I love Weezing G.
He's got a hat. Yeah, because this isn't the team. He's got Torntichi here.
Yeah, he does have Torntichi here. I don't like Weezing G's fine. I mean... There was a lack of fairies at this point in the draft, so you can't really fault them.
Yeah. Whoa. Let's not talk about like Weezing. It ain't got the cycle of the best abilities one could ask for.
All right, next up, we got a Gligar pick from this one. Made me scratch my head. Yeah, this one made me scratch my head. No flip turn, unfortunate. So this one made me scratch my head both in the draft and post draft. He picked Gligar in round 7, and they traded it for Charjabug. Okay.
I'm with the vision.
What's the vision?
I'm with it.
Okay. Yeah, that mon sucks. Charger bug
Just
also.
know you got a certified dietite backup on that.
Raikou. Ooh. Raikou Terrasham Allure with Urge.
This draft, I'm pretty sure I put super high in my PRs. The one time I saw this team, I think this team is so fucking good. I think it is criminal gutting it.
Wait, he said his team was slow and fat. He has Garchomp, Raikou, Dio, Speed. He said his team was fat if he did, or slow if he didn't drop Dirge. That's crazy, Bope. You're gonna regret that.
Yeah,
You're gonna regret that. Next up, we got Chien-Pao for Ant. This one sucks. This is removal.
A little high, around on 7, a little high for Chien-Pao, but he's out there.
This is only removal. It's a speed tier that wasn't necessary. I don't see the vision with Chien-Pao on this.
Nah, I don't mind the speed tier. I don't mind the speed tier.
He didn't need it, is what I'm saying. He had 110 to 123 with Lottie and a Meow. This mon sucks. I mean, this one's not bad, but I think it's a bad pick for Ant. I think he could have picked something different here. Next up, we have Slitherwing Grace trade to Bronzong because Obo did not pick a Steel, so he's gonna get that Steel post draft with Bronzong. I like it a lot. I mean, Bronzong, like Jason was literally in his ear talking about how Bronzong was the perfect fit on his team. You remember that?
I do remember that.
That was the night we tried really hard with these Grace transactions.
Yeah, and you know what? I came out the woodwork and came out a better man after working with this. Because when you give back to the less fortunate like Obo, you're only helping yourself in the end.
Next up, we have D-Ray picked. Shout out to D-Ray. Spikes. I like Spikes. If I say I like Spikes one more time, I might start going insane, dude.
I like Spikes.
Me with my sick brain, I'm gonna start like going insane if I have to say something about Spikes again. Coefficient's here. It gives them a water. That's not Ogerpon. I like it.
I like Spikes.
Alright. Next up, we are going to see for Trey Klefki. So he... I like Spikes next to this team. This is the best Spikes I can met him. Bramble. Unreal. Bramble has his own video. Let's chill out. I mean, look, what can I say? I like Spikes on this team. Spikes with Urshifu is good. You have a Rapid Spinner that's mediocre at best. Gives you a Fairy type. And now you finally finished that beloved Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Not only do you have 2 dragons, but you also have 2 Steel types. Trey, I gotta know, was your older brother drafting for you the first 3 rounds, or what was going on?
Yo, goddamn.
Next up, we got Bramble. 3 Spikers in a row. What are the chances? Guys, I like Spikes. Bramble Gas is cool on this team. Gives you ground resist. It's Terra, too, which is really cool. Yeah, certified John Jr. team. Rapid Spin. So he has 2 super reliable spinners next to Kieran Black. Guys, I hate Bramble Gas so much.
Everyone get John a big wet one for Bramble Gas.
What kiss?
Whatever you want, big dog. It's your day.
That's on Spikes. I like him. I like Spikes. Next up, we have Florges. I mean, I like this on this team. It gives him Spikes. I mean, Florges is... I don't know. I'm not too high on Florges this generation. Like, I'm a big Florges guy in general, but without Hidden Power, doesn't have coverage. It's alright. It's a Fairy type that he desperately needed, and there's not that many of those at this point. It gives him Wish into Ursaluna, which I also like.
I'm here for Florges. Everyone's shitting on Florges, but it's not that bad.
Why?
I think Calm Mind is underrated. I think being able to Wish Pass is fine. I think it gets Baton Pass. It's a little Momo. Some Momo.
It does get Baton Pass. Yeah, more than that needs to be. Next up, Indeedee. So he has Psychic Terrain spam with Espeon. He also has Psychic Terrain option with Sneasler. Indeedee's not very good, unfortunately. So how often he's going to bring that, I don't know.
I can't hate. There's been a lot of slander going on. I don't see the vision on this big.
I mean, Weezing G and Rillaboom win. This dude was hard pressed for a terrain. We see Dragalge next up for J-Bear. I like Dragalge a lot. It's honestly, I was helping J-Bear prep for week 1. Did he play that yet?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Can I spoil?
No, don't spoil.
I'm spoiling.
No, Dragalge, honestly, with J-Bear's team, it's the glue piece defensively for a lot of different things. I think it brings the team together, and I think T-Spikes next to like Palafin and Weavile is
they
really
believe
good.
in us. God did.
Oh man, Noah. Oh Jay, you go ahead. They can't hear the clapping, so clap.
This is when you put on the song and it's like, well, you could tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody.
This is Jason's favorite Pokemon. Lycanroc Dusk is
Like-
really cool, and it's actually a really cool Terra Captain.
I like this Pokemon. It's a good Pokemon.
Why is that?
It always catches you lacking.
Alright, next
I
up,
was
Revavroom.
Vroom.
Did we talk about Terra Kilowattra? Oh, you probably talking about this was when I was gone, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize you could have 2 Terra Captains. Thanks for setting me up with that, big dog.
Oh, you're welcome. You can have up to 3. Revavroom. You can tell the steel types were getting pretty shallow at this point. That's all I'll say about that. Wait, he had a steel type. I don't like the Revavroom pick. I don't really know what it does. It gives you Parting Shot. It gives you a Grounded Poison, I guess. Which I don't think this team necessarily needs. Next up, start pick Keldeo. Keldeo this day was crazy. I do think that this Pokemon very good. Remember, Dragapult, King Gambit. The momentum's really great. You can pivot on like the fairies and the King Gambit. I think Keldeo works really well with Star's team.
Yeah, I like Elio. I think that every once in a while, like people are gonna get really overwhelmed by his offense very quickly, and you can just sneaky throw on Specs Keldeo and just fucking get like 2 or 3, and it's gonna free up a lot because again, another Pokemon, because now he has Pult. Pokemon you're gonna have to switch into with probably your Fairy type, and you're not gonna really want to take it.
So, Orthworm, his face reminds me a lot of Jason. I picked him because I needed a steel type. And this is the best we got, boys. Brutal. That's what it is. Brutal that I had to get this Pokemon. That's all I'll say.
I like Orthworm.
He sucks. Dude, I've been running Calyx with him. He's horrible. He
No,
is bad.
The only people who dislike Orthworm are the people who are scared to actually use Orthworm.
John and his Orthworm air. Let's chill out. Worm. His name is Squirmy, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that for a season. So my least favorite pick of this round. Why the hell did you pick Gligar, D-Ray? I gotta know, man. That was brutal. That might be the worst pick of the draft, in my opinion. Gligar's
Yeah, what's
bad.
the reach? What's the beach?
Well, the reach is Gligar, obviously. Gligar does, or Orthworm does get spikes. Oh, I know. That's why. It's one of the reasons why I picked it over like Caparaja or something. That's how shallow my steel
Caparaja.
bag was. Worst pick, dude. Gligar has to be the worst pick of the draft this early, and he dropped it for Charjabug too. So he proved my point. Best pick, honestly, Stars Keldeo. I think that was a perfect pick on his team. Nah, no thoughts, no opinions. Dude,
I like
hold on.
Lycanroc Dusk.
I'm putting you on the spot, Jay. Go ahead. All right. No, JJJ. Next up, I picked Dashbun for the 16th time. I traded for Terra Wigglytuff because we made some trades post-draft that I'll talk about a little bit. Wigglytuff can Terra, so that's cool. Wigglytuff, the 8-point Pokemon, as per Jason. Yeah, Wigglytuff is a cool guy.
Dashbound. I like Dashbound.
I don't have Dashbun anymore.
I like Dashbound.
Alright, rest in peace, Dashbun. You were a real one. I loved you. Too bad. Start was like gassing this thing up the whole draft, telling me how underpriced I made it. I don't see the vision. I know it looks super weird because he has Torrentee and Tornadus on the graphic. Obviously, he doesn't actually have Torrentee. I just made these too early. He has Dragapult, King Gambit. Terra Torn is really interesting. What do you think?
I think Terratorn's a really cool fucking Pokemon. Like I said, you're gonna want it to be bulky. You're gonna want it to be fast. This Pokemon is fast, so I'm with it. I think that it can do a bunch of different things. I think the thing that it's missing is being able to have that one more type. I'm kind of with it.
All right, Hatterene up next. I think Hatterene's actually pretty nice for this team. Magic Bounce into something like Gholdengo, so you can pretty much keep those hazards up on your opponent's side of the field. I actually like it a lot, and I can't believe Hatterene was here this late in the draft, to be completely honest with you, with how few fairies there were and how many fairies were going earlier. I'll be honest, I don't like Hatterene either, but I think this is better than the round 4 Sylveon. I'm sorry, Spider. I apologize.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Go ahead, Jeff.
That's it. That was the tweet.
I meant about Alomomola.
I
I hate this Pokemon.
think it's a cool defensive Pokemon. You're gonna want to pass around Wishes to Corviknight and Azu. A nice flip turn, and again Shaman too. It's gonna be fat fucking Wishes too. Big old girthy Wishes.
Big girthy ones. I agree.
So
Yeah.
I don't think that's awful.
Yeah, I mean, he's rounding out his team. All right. Next up, we got Normal Hands, Big Uncle Mike. I think this is one of the better low-tier fightings. I love Hariyama, big Hariyama fan. And on J-Bear's team, which remember, he has Zathos over Rotom, is Weavile over Infernape. It is good because it helps him break steals. Yes, that's why I like it on his team.
It's a Hariyama. It does. It will or it won't. It'll come a couple games and do like two things, and people
I
are gonna
hate
be like,
when you say it will or it won't, because those are the two options, right? Like, those are the two options. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
well, 'cause
you're
that-
right. It will or it won't. You can say that about every single pick.
Because there are gonna be people who are gonna be like, this mon's so good, and like, yes, it's gonna get like 3 kills one game, and then not do it ever again, and then they're gonna be like, well, it could have done this. You're just not using it correctly.
True. Shout out J-Bear not using Hariyama correctly. Next up, Tentacruel, a Pokemon that I really was praying to make it back to me. Did not. Spider took it, and I'm mad about it because I wanted a spinner, I needed a grounded poison, and I needed a water. Fits on his team because he also needed those things. So
It will
next
or
up,
won't.
Vaporeon. We see, Flip Turn on this Pokemon now. It has Calm Mind. I'll be honest, I'm not too high on the second half of this team. Like past Ursaluna. Maybe I don't even feel the Monkey Toy process. I don't know. It feels like a little bit of a weird fit because he already had a Spadef Wall Wish Passer. What do you think?
I think. I like Vape here. I think that yeah, you're right. I don't like Vaporeon here. I just looked at it again. Yeah, I think Vaporeon didn't make a lot of sense.
All right. Next up, Rabambi. I mean, I see the vision with Rabambi. Not too big of a fan of it being your fairy on this. You probably wanted a bulkier fairy. Sticky Webs is obviously like the idea here with Cure and Black, which is really nice. But in general, Rabambi as your fairy is a little bit tough.
Wasn't that just his team? Wait, we just did the same team. The slide messed up, I think, because I'm pretty sure I just saw Greninja Slowking.
No, I don't think
All
so.
right, never mind. I'm just drunk. Miss Magius, big dog. I'm here for it.
Me Spin Blocker for the spikes. I mean, dude, Trey, your top 3 were crazy, man. What do we think about the rest of it, though? Unfortunate.
I think he's finding his footing again. I think he went a little.
You think Miss Magius is the right direction?
Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction. As one
He's
would
almost
put
out
it.
of points too. Next up, and we can pick 9 to 11 Pokemon, by the way. 115 points. Next up, we got Gudra. Gudra is cool. Yeah, I like Gudra a lot. He's Scald Resist on this team, which he already had Ogerpon, so I guess he didn't really need. I mean, I guess Gudra was kind of not necessary. You're a big Gudra guy, right?
Dude. All sticky and shit? Come on, man. I think this mon is... I think he needed a nice Spadef... a nice Spadef Pokemon. I think this is what gives it to him.
Next up, we see Ovo take Muck Alola, but he's actually going to trade it post-draft for Crocodile, which was somehow not drafted. Crook, I think, fits fantastic on this team. Please remember, he also has Venusaur over Blastoise, and he also has Bronzong over Slitherwing, I believe. Crook fits very well, gives him another Rocker, gives him a Ground type, which I don't think he had by the end of the draft, and lets him keep the Dark type. Why he originally took Muck Alola, I have no idea. Crook fits very well here.
The class is getting it. He said there's no other good Spadef Pokemon. He gets it.
In the entire board, not a single one.
In the entire dex.
Next up, Ant picks Tinkaton. What do you think about Tinkaton on Ant's team?
I don't know. I think Tinkaton is incredibly overrated. I don't think people are like singing its praises, but I don't think it does.
Oh,
I don't know.
You can call me the fat lady that sings when we're talking about Tinkaton.
All right.
I like Tinkaton, that's what I'm saying. You didn't have to do that. Didn't know why John
That's what I'm
drafted the
saying.
Worm over Tinkaton. It was because I budgeted my points to get Tentacruel. Tinkaton wasn't an original plan, but Tentacruel got taken, so we got thrown for a loop here. Next up, Smeargle. Smeargle sucks, Bope. I'm mad at you for drafting it. This Pokemon's awful. It can't use Last Respects, can't use Shed Tail, and it can't use Revival Blessing, by the way. I think there's another move that I'm forgetting, but Smeargle sucks. Into that story. I just don't know why Smeargle was 10. Smeargle is 2. Oh, next up.
Sandy Shocks. Now this is a Pokemon.
Yes.
Now this is pod racing.
You got really good commentary now, Jay. Why do you like Andy Shocks here?
Andy Shocks?
Andy Shocks, yeah.
So, reason I like Andy Shocks is, I just like the Pokemon. I don't think it does great here. What did you do to its eyes?
I wanted to see if anybody would notice. And was like, put googly eyes on a Pokemon and see if anybody notices. And I threw it on Andy Shocks because it fits so well. You're actually the first person to notice, I think. Next up, Ninetales on this team. Obviously, this team is one that I was talking about that would like Sun. I like Sun on this team. Please remember Torn Chi-Yu over King Gambit. I think Ninetales slots in very well, and it gives you the Sun option for Walking Wake. It's like we were talking about with Gouging Fire. You get the most out of Walking Wake when you have the Sun option. So I really like this on here.
I concur.
That should be its official design. Why are his eyes like that? He's got googly eyes, man. What do you want?
He's got oogly boogly eyes.
Meloetta is up next. I don't like Meloetta. I think Meloetta is bad. I don't really like it.
What?
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 I don't like Meloetta.
You're pissing me off. That's it. That's the tweet.
Dude, I've got that sick laugh going on right now where I can't catch it. Oh, great. You're here.
Bro,
Right.
just know.
Favorite, least favorite pick?
Yo, the reach and the beach. The breach is probably gonna be Vaporeon. Not huge with it. The beach though, probably's gotta be big gooey. Probably's gotta be big old gooey. Goo goo goo.
Is the reach or the beach?
Is the beach?
Really? I was gonna say that might be the reach.
No, I think. Dude, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. The beach is Tornadus. I'm fucking with Tornadus.
Really? No, I liked Hatterene on Stukippi's team a whole lot. I think that was a
Nah.
really good pick. I think Ninetales on the Mouse team was really good. I think you probably could have waited, but it is what it is. Bombi Beach. I'm not with the Rabombi pick. I'm
Bombi
sorry.
Beach.
Tentacruel is the go to this round. I can't ever say that because that Pokemon, it took it from me. He took it right from my cold dead hands. Unfortunately. I think Andy Shocks was also a good pick because he was funny. I think that's cool.
And I think it's cool when we have outside of the game,
Oh.
we are just trying to have fun here. And I think that's what's important to maintain. And I think that's what Andy does.
And Andy's a great field player. Next up, Bellybolt, non-Terra. I don't like him. Bad.
Eh.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, we're at that point in the draft where the commentary is going to be pretty much that.
you're gonna hate it, but like he is or he isn't. He's gonna get like a couple. He's gonna stop a couple Pokemon. He's gonna be able to like maybe come in and check Tornadus on the right.
If you say he
on the right
is
day.
or he isn't one more time, Jay, it's going to be brutal. Bane of John's existence, big belly, absolutely.
Big belly, more like big booty bitches.
Avalok Hisui, I gotta know what the direction was with this one.
Hey, free Terra? Wait, hold up, free Terra? I'm here for it.
No, it still has like 20 split F. Am I overrating that or like over exaggerating that? Who's to say? I think this Pokemon
Who's to
sucks. Bellybolt immediately becomes Prime Michael Jordan once Obo drafts it. No, he does not. Next up, Daniel's gonna take Politoed. Why? Because he wanted Rain plus
Politoes.
Arcalodon. However, he's gonna trade it for Big Dozy, Don Dozo, who's fine. He's a good physical wall. He's got 2 unaware Pokemon now, so setup's going to be very difficult to bring in a D-Ray. Like, Dozo's fine. It makes sense, right? Like, it's cool. I understood the Politoed as well. I don't necessarily think either one is better than the other one, because he would have had Terra Arcalodon with Rain, so that would have been pretty cool, but checks a lot of physical dudes really well. Nah. It's a Terra Greedent.
Yo, low key, I think this one's super fucking cool, free Terra.
Bad. This is bad.
Dude, I think this team is so fucking good. I think this team is so good. I am so mad he gutted it. I think this.
Funnily enough, he actually sniped like 3 people of Greedent, which is absurd. You gotta rethink something.
Whoa, I think free Terra Greedent on the low is super good. Bully Drum is Citrus. That's what I'm saying. SD? You can just SD a couple times.
Next up, we got Terra Bastiodon, Terra Reskin Toxapex.
Hello? Who?
What?
You said reskin Toxapex?
Yeah. You clearly didn't watch Squirrel Squad with me and Kurt. This is ridiculous.
I literally never watched that in my life.
Exactly. It shows, man.
I watched a different...
Bastiodon sucks. I don't think Terra's gonna help him. I mean, you can metal. What's it called? Metal Sound. Metal,
I think he had points. I think he had
Burst?
points to. I think he had points to burn. So like, fuck it.
Next up, Komala. Turned into Terra Komala. He spins and he's a normal type. on a team that didn't love ghost types particularly. So I actually think this is fine. The ability to Terra is fine. He uses Terra Transaction for the season.
Wait, he doesn't love ghost types. My brother in Christ, he's got a Alolan Mach.
No, he traded that for Crook, remember?
He traded for what?
Crook?
Oh. Hey, brother, he's got Crook.
I mean, yeah, but that's his only ghost resist, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Next up, Dunsparce. See, like, boys, this is where we're at in the draft where there's just not good Pokemon picks, so it's going to be hard to really talk about them. That's why these slides are going fast now. I think they're set to 15 seconds. We're on rapid fire now.
Dunsparce. Let's go. I think
this
is a cool
This
Pokemon.
is the last round for a lot of people as well. You like Dunsparce here?
I like Dunsparce.
Give them rocks. It will do good or it won't. You can get that on a t-shirt.
I'm going to tattoo that on my...
Careful where you say. Pick these gummy normal boys. Gummy normals. You mean like easy to like squishy normals that are very weak because you have Spectrier, I'm assuming. Next up we see Terra Beartic. Dude, what is this dude doing? Did Trey like, who's drafting for Trey after the first 3 rounds? I gotta know. Big bushy Beartic. I'm banning you. You're banned. I mean, Beartic's fine. He's got chilly reception into it. It with Terra could be pretty cool. We see Ursaring traded for Alcremie. I want to say he made this his Terra cap. No. He kept Bramble. Never mind. Alcremie sucks. Alcremie's awful. This is where we were with all the fairies. Alcremie's bad. Beartic needs to invest in the Lawnmower 5.0. Beartic is a cool design. It's unfortunate that he's as bad as he is. I like Beartic's design quite a bit, though. Yeah, back-to-back bears is a little bit crazy. Look, I like Beartic's design. He's a bad Pokemon, unfortunately. Next up, Terra Vikavolt. I actually like Vikavolt with Terra, but I don't necessarily think it was necessary on this team. You don't really need webs because you have really good speed tiers. And I honestly, in my opinion, would have liked to see the points spent elsewhere. What do you think, Jay?
Yo, I was going to say, John, if I may, big Vikavolt, big dog.
You what?
Big Vikavolt.
So these last couple rounds are going to be me commentating, and then Jason's saying it will or it won't. Next up, Noivern, but he trades it for Terra Swamomine. Sorry, Terra Noivern, he trades it for Terra Mamoswine.
Oh, good fucking Pokemon.
Noivern or Mamo?
Mamo.
Yeah, Mamo is really good. Again, I still think that I would have preferred to see the Terra Hydreigon and something else, but I don't think Terra Mamo is bad by any means. Like, it usually just, like, its dual stabs are already so strong. You can really play into one.
It normally does or doesn't.
You can really play into one. You can shed the typing. I'm not the biggest fan of Terra Mamo, but I do think it's like pretty alright. Next up, we got Big Vigoroth, Banana 2, the Vigoroth. Big Banana 2. I love Vigoroth, big Vigoroth guy. I put him in 1 point, so J-Bear got a budget. He saved 50% on a Vigoroth, I guess. Shout out J-Bear.
And by saving the Gecko, make sure to check it out because this John, why don't you go and play our sponsor? Get the Gecko out here.
What? What do you
get the
Gecko?
Mean? Gecko?
Who is Banana 1 Mega Manetric?
No, what?
What? That is Banana 1.
What?
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 Next up is Zoroark Sui. I mean, Zoroark Sui is pretty cool on this team.
Wait, this
disguises itself as like
I don't know how I like it on his team, but yo, Zoroark Sui, super cool mon. I kind of really want to try that Pokemon.
I really don't like it, but I like it here. I like it on this team. I think on this team,
dude, I think it's so cool. Oh, dude, I think this Pokemon's based.
I like it on this team because it can disguise itself as like one of the walls or Roy Moon and take advantage of some Pokemon like that. Next up, Toxapex. This Pokemon sucks in this generation. I wish you would have picked anything else. This is a fraud, and you also sniped me. So,
Wow.
Hisuian Zoroark sucks and misses Focus Blast. Alright. I mean, this Pokemon gives him the grounded poison, he gives him a bulky water. You needed both of them. I mean, he had Samurai, I guess, but Samurai's not like super bulky, so... Wait, he had a poison too. Wait, why did you take that? Why did you snipe me of Toxapex? You absolute... Ugh. Venomoth next.
John.
Star loves Venomoth. I don't know why. He was like, this is going to be the ultimatum for my team. It's going to be the truth. People won't expect it, and I'll get some Quiver Dance sweeps. And I was like, buddy, it's a Venomoth.
I think Free Terror would have been cool.
I agree. But, buddy, it's a Venomoth. You're not going to get any non-Terra sweeps with this one, unfortunately for you. You might get a T-Spike up, but... and then I pick Weezing. my certified low tier Pokemon, but unfortunately we have to trade him to get Blastoise because I was lacking removal, and Obo dropped Blastoise, so we actually picked up Blastoise. So I think we traded it technically, but it didn't really matter. We got Blastoise. It's pretty cool. Which is pretty. I personally would like Terra Venomoth, absolutely. Clearly John Jr. doesn't watch Grandmaster D-Ray content. Why? Because of Venomoth. But Weezing's cool, but obviously Blastoise helps our team a little bit more. Alright, round recap. Round recap. Favorite, least favorite pick, Jake, go.
I'm thinking favorite pick? Probably Greedent. Dude, I'm here for Greedent.
You gotta be kidding me.
Dude, you want to see how hard I am right now for Greedent?
No, Jason, no.
The Reach? Ugh.
It's gotta be non-Terra Belly Bolt, man.
I was thinking non-Terra Venomoth, big dog.
Yeah, that's also a weird one. I agree. I think that mon's kind of sucks. I think Bastiodon also sucks. Shout out Ant. That mon blows.
Alright.
Alright. We got 2 more rounds. Some people are already done with their draft, so please keep that in mind. We're pulling it up here. I picked Lapras, but I traded Lapras Weezing for Blastoise. So, and then with dropping Dashba for Wigglytuff, I had enough points for it. So Lapras doesn't even get to make its appearance. I picked it because I was panicking. I was like, I need a Pokewater. So, oh geez, we set these to 15 seconds. They are going. All right, Metachamp, Jake, go.
Metachamp. It punches, it jumps, it kicks, it fucks. Please end the 15 seconds.
This
is the longest 15 seconds of my life.
Yeah. Next up, Armourouge. Armourouge, this is really
cool.
nice.
I would love to see this thing free Terra.
Yes, me too, actually. Unfortunately, Jay prepares it with Superior. But I like this because, remember, he traded Infernape for Weavile, so this gives him a Fire type and a Fire immunity on a team that doesn't necessarily love Fire. Next up, we have Golurk, and he traded it post-draft for Abomasnow to give that potential Mamoswine snow buff before Terra. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Abomasnow on the team, but I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Golurk either. All right, Mischievous J, Terra, go.
Narts. Shit. Piss. I don't know. This Shadow Ball? Will-O-Wisp? It's gonna be like a cool defensive Pokemon.
Alright, next up, Ice-Cube, which got traded post-draft for Sand/Alola.
Wait, I was more here for the Ice-Cube.
I don't like either of them a whole lot. I don't know. I mean, Sandslash gives you another spinner at least, I guess, and it also gives you potential to sweep under Chilly Reception, so it gives your team another option. You got dual weather, I guess. Alright. Golem. What is Trey doing, man? I gotta know. Golem? That's the best you could do? Next up, Terra Spiritomb. I actually like Terra Spiritomb quite a bit. I think this mod's pretty cool. It doesn't have the worst stats in the world. It has double priority, Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak. It has access to things like Nasty Plot. It's a good Pokemon. All things considered, good psychic check. Great psychic check, in fact. Glalie. Go ahead, Jay.
So, coolest thing about Glalie. Glalie gets spikes.
I love spikes.
And that is all the good things that I can say about Glalie.
Moody is banned as well. I should note that. Next up, Terra Glaceon. I'm actually a big fan of Terra Glaceon, and I think we underpriced it. This thing with a ground move is, like, it doesn't really get walled. Ground plus Ice Stab, as we know from Mamoswine, is fantastic, and Glaceon's able to take advantage of that very easily here. Also, Terra Fire is a big thing on that. Next up, got Terra Golduck traded for Terra Knocked Out. This is even worth my 15 seconds, Jay. I'm going to be honest.
Hey, man. I know how you feel about them 15 seconds.
What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
What do you mean?
Spidops sucks. Next. Spidops gives hazards. Sucker Punch. I don't know, man. It's a Spidops. We're in the 2-pointers, boys. There's not a lot to say about these things. That's why these are only 15 seconds. Spidops blows. Does it fit here? Who's to say? Oh, Jay, here you go.
Let's go. Lycanroc Knight, dude.
With Terra.
Free Terra? Free Terra. Super cool Pokemon.
What are you possibly doing right now to have your... Are you playing that stupid game? Yeah, Craft the World, buddy. Here we go. Alright, so here are all the picks from this round. There are some missing because some people only drafted 9 Pokemon. And remember, there were some trades, like I only have 9 Pokemon now because I got rid of Lapras for Blastoise. So technically, mine doesn't matter.
Okay, Beach and Reach? Reach?
Golem. What? Why are we picking Golem? What's going on?
Who said Golem?
Me. I said Golem.
Oh. I think Beach Armorers.
I mean, yeah, obviously Armors is the only real Pokemon picked in this round. Shout out to J Bear. All right, we've got 1 round left, boys, and there are like 3 picks on this one, so it's gonna go quickly. Jay, are you ready?
Oh, I'm fucking ready.
All right, Jay, go ahead. Talk about my amigo.
Flaming. Oh, dude, he dropped it for the better one.
He did drop it for Zapdos Galar.
It's
so
crazy that they were the
Dirge
same.
points went.
It was crazy that they were the same points this draft. I think there was a little oversight.
He also dropped Dirge for Chandelure.
He dropped it 1-1.
All right, Volby. It has Defog. I think it's the idea.
And Knock and U-turn.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh
Lastly,
Jimmy, oh Christmas.
We have, for some reason I wrote it down as pick 4, but it's really pick 3. Go ahead, Jay. Let him hear it. Whoop. We've got Cricketune. I'm not a big fan of 11 months in this format. I think that you could roll compress to get 10, maybe even 9. So it is what it is. But we actually finished directly at 2. So Jay, go ahead. Let's throw up a Jason dance party real quick.
Can I take it off?
No, you can't take it off, Jay.
Take
All right, he's done.
Off.
He's done. I pulled him out. He's done.
Now my cock's out. No one can see me.
All right. Let me go back to intro slide real quick. So that's gonna be it for the draft stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm sorry that I was kind of low energy. I'm extremely sick and I feel horrible. Hopefully Jason made up for it with him saying it will or it won't. If you're watching the VOD, I really do appreciate you. Be sure to leave a like on the stream. It helps out a ton. Be sure to tune in to JJDL watch-alongs every single Sunday, as well as go check out all of the coaches' point of views for their drafts down below. What's up?
You go ahead check out my draft analysis for BBRD League coming out. It's gonna be youtube.com/diet-tight. I don't care about monetization, so you're gonna see my dick in very many places. Mostly on my channel. Let's be honest, Jason made the stream awesome. Let's get it.
Let's go. Oh, my bad, Jay. Your face is gone for a second. I'm getting your channel link. Yeah, be sure to check out Jason. Right there. I linked it incorrectly, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Check out Jason. He is my best friend. He's part of the JJDL universe, obviously. Really do appreciate you guys. Check out everybody's draft analysis. They should be going up within the next hour. Down in the description below. I'll try to make a fan doc for you guys so everybody can keep up with that. Thank you so much for watching. And for now, guys, this has been John.
This draft may or may not be epic. Let's go.